though, in the mission that went down in NASA's history books as a successful failure. To date, it remains the only mission of its kind. In a lecture in the year 2015, Mission Commander Jim Lovell asked the what-if question, what if there had been no disaster?
I often wonder whether, if this was a successful flight, what the situation would be. There wasn't any explosion. We landed on the moon, picked up some rocks, said some forgettable words, got back safely. It would be the third landing of 7 successful landings.
And he said it would have gone down into the books as another mission, and nobody would have been able to see what NASA could do in a pinch. A Florida high school student named Lizzie Martinez says that last week she was made to cover her nipples with Band-Aids by the dean at her high school. Now Martinez and fellow teens in Florida are calling for a nationwide student boycott of bras, which they are calling a bra-cot, slated for Monday, April 16th. Martinez went to her high school in Bradenton last Monday without a bra because her shoulders were sunburnt, she told Yahoo News. Braden River High School's dean called the 17-year-old into her office, saying she had heard a boy in class talk about Martinez going braless. The dean made Martinez put on an undershirt and then sent her to the nurse's office to get 4 Band-Aids to cover her nipples underneath, leaving Martinez embarrassed and in tears. On Twitter, Martinez wrote that she felt the school was teaching her to be ashamed of her body. Martinez's mother, Carrie Knopp, wrote on Facebook that while the dean was a woman, had the dean been a male, the request would have been highly inappropriate and should have been viewed as predatory. And finally, areas like Silicon Valley and Beverly Hills, California attract the West Coast wealthy, and Manhattan, New York lures East Coast elites, but the richest zip code in the United States actually belongs to a little island here in Florida, according to a new Bloomberg study. Located just minutes off the coast of Miami, Fisher Island, with the zip code 33109, has some wealthy residents, with the average income there a whopping $2.5 million in 2015, according to a Bloomberg analysis of 2015 Internal Revenue Service data. The private man-made island was once home to the winter estate of railroad fortune heir William K. Vanderbilt, according to the Fisher Island Club, the island's centerpiece resort. On Realtor.com, the most expensive listing on Fisher Island is a 4-bedroom, 6,644 square foot residence with a $26,411,500 asking price. And those are the headlines from The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Mostly sunny today, a nice day with highs of 85 to 87. Tonight will be clear with lows of 64 to 67. Partly sunny tomorrow, high 88 to 90. Some sun followed by clouds and an afternoon shower or thunderstorm on Sunday, highs of 85 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Heather Zaire.
Ready for a caring and compassionate career? Home Instead Senior Care is looking for people that are driven to succeed, learn, and have a positive attitude. These caregivers become a part of our championship team, enhancing the lives of aging adults throughout Marion County. Home Instead Senior Care provides non-medical services that allow seniors to remain in their home and meet the challenges of aging with dignity, care, and compassion. For more information, call 352-414-1566.
We all know that sound means there's going to be some need for collision repair work, and soon. What you may not know is that it's your choice where to have that collision work done, not the other guy's insurance company. Because your vehicle is much more than just transportation. It's like a family member. So don't bring it to just any chain collision center. Bring it to Lyle's Collision Service. When it comes to getting your vehicle back to 100%, you can count on Lyle's Collision Service. They're not some fly-by-night chain company. They're a family-owned and run collision center with over 33 years of experience. Working with collision repairs and vehicle restoration, Lyle's Collision only uses quality parts and doesn't take shortcuts like some other companies. They take pride in getting the job done right and in a timely manner. They specialize in insurance claims, and they strive to get your vehicle back to you as soon as possible. So the next time you hear this, remember, it's your choice, and the choice is clear. Lyle's Collision Service.
Today in Florida Ag News from a Southeast AgNet, USDA's National Agriculture Statistics Service wants to remind farmers and ranchers to return their 2017 Census of Agriculture forms. And for those of you who have yet to get it done, NASS Southern Region Director Jim Ewing says they would really like for folks to get it sent in.
We can't put good numbers out without good data, and we rely on the producers to put those in for us.
They can take care of it a couple of ways. They can fill out the form, send it in, but you also encourage them to go online and do it too.
Yes, we do have a good online instrument, a data collection instrument online for them to go on and use. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just fill it out in the mail and send it in. We'll sure take it any way you want to do it.
But this is one of those surveys that comes that you really need participation from everybody on.
We truly do. We do this every 5 years. So there's questions on this questionnaire that we don't ask any other time. We go to producers we don't talk to any other time. So it's really everyone's opportunity to tell their story, and it only comes around every 5 years.
For more information, go to our website, southeastagnet.com.
Get season-long parasite control with prescription long-range eprinamectin. Long-range with eprinamectin controls parasites in cattle for up to 150 days with a single spring treatment. You get all the benefits of multiple dewormer applications without the labor. However you want to spend all that free time in the fall is up to you. Our strategic parasite control can help with earlier conception, resulting in additional weight and weaning. Ready to see the difference in your herd's performance? All backed by our satisfaction guarantee. Talk to your veterinarian or Beringer Ingelheim representative. And for full prescribing information, visit thelongrangelook.com. Federal law restricts this drug to use by or on the order of a licensed veterinarian. For use in cattle only, not for use in humans or other animal species. Keep out of reach of children. Not for use in breeding bulls or in calves less than 3 months of age. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage such as granulomas and necrosis can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. Not for intravenous or intramuscular use. Do not use within 48 days of slaughter.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. And with summer here, it's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
It's time for Farm and Ranch Headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. With Democrats and Republicans miles apart on the nutrition title of the Farm Bill and other components, it looks like the Farm Bill is off to a rocky start. Prospects said, though, that this week, Chairman Mike Conaway of Texas, the chairman, prepares to release a draft of it later this week. A bulk of the Farm Bill, is some $70 billion, is devoted to SNAP, or food stamps. He said 80% of the total price tag is food stamps. The Democrats have made it clear that they oppose the changes that are being recommended, some on reducing funding for certain ones, also a work requirement to get food stamps, or an education requirement. So far, that has all been rejected by the Democrats. The committee is attempting to find a baseline for some conservation changes. Conaway said this week he still plans to release his copy of the Farm Bill.
Get season-long parasite control with prescription long-range eprinamectin. Long-range with eprinamectin controls parasites in cattle for up to 150 days with a single spring treatment. You get all the benefits of multiple dewormer applications without the labor. However you want to spend all that free time in the fall is up to you. Our strategic parasite control can help with earlier conception, resulting in additional weight and weaning. Ready to see the difference in your herd's performance? All backed by our satisfaction guarantee. Talk to your veterinarian or Beringer Ingelheim representative. And for full prescribing information, visit thelongrangelook.com. Federal law restricts this drug to use by or on the order of a licensed veterinarian. For use in cattle only, not for use in humans or other animal species. Keep out of reach of children. Not for use in breeding bulls or in calves less than 3 months of age. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage such as granulomas and necrosis can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. Not for intravenous or intramuscular use. Do not use within 48 days of slaughter.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Life South encourages you to share the love this winter by sharing life through blood donation. The winter season is always a difficult time to collect enough blood to keep local hospitals stocked. So embrace the giving spirit and give the greatest gift of all this year. Give life. Your blood donation could help save as many as 3 patients at your local hospitals. Visit lifesouth.org for more information and locations. Share the love. Share life. Give blood.
It's time to rethink what you know about clean American propane and what it can do for your operation. Want efficient, reliable power independent of the grid? Propane can do that. Power for EPA-compliant engines without all the extra fluids and filters? Propane can do that. Eliminate fuel theft, lower hourly fuel costs, reduce downtime. Propane can do all of that. Discover all the things propane can do on your farm at propanecandothat.com.
The many great reasons why growing a garden is good for us. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Get season-long parasite control with prescription long-range eprinamectin. Long-range with eprinamectin controls parasites in cattle for up to 150 days with a single spring treatment. You get all the benefits of multiple dewormer applications without the labor. However you want to spend all that free time in the fall is up to you. Our strategic parasite control can help with earlier conception, resulting in additional weight and weaning. Ready to see the difference in your herd's performance? All backed by our satisfaction guarantee. Talk to your veterinarian or Beringer Ingelheim representative. And for full prescribing information, visit thelongrangelook.com. Federal law restricts this drug to use by or on the order of a licensed veterinarian. For use in cattle only, not for use in humans or other animal species. Keep out of reach of children. Not for use in breeding bulls or in calves less than 3 months of age. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage such as granulomas and necrosis can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. Not for intravenous or intramuscular use. Do not use within 48 days of slaughter.
Southeast AgNet is social. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, where you can be sure to find all of the agriculture news for the Southeast.
For anyone looking for ways to lead healthier lives, it can happen by starting a garden. Producing your own food naturally will lead to clean eating. We are able to grow local, organic vegetables right in our own yard for the same price of some seeds. You'll get physical exercise from the amount of squatting, bending, picking, and pruning. Mood elevation happens when seeing fruits of your labor, especially when starting those plants, whether they're fruits, veggies, or flowers from seedlings. Another thing that will make us feel good is the vitamin D we soak up from the sun while being outdoors. Not only the sunshine, but the fresh air from the many things in bloom. Gardens also give many a sense of relaxation and mental stimulation. They encourage us and ground us, soothe us, and keep us healthy. It can also be a great way to get the whole family involved. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
All right, 9 minutes before 12 o'clock. I hope you're doing well. It's Friday. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. I want this to be as lucky a day as possible for you.
Mm-hmm.
There was a story in the news that Will Ferrell was in a car accident.
Oh, my.
Video footage taken at the scene shows Ferrell conscious, talking on his phone while he was being loaded into an ambulance. He was involved in a serious car accident Thursday night in Orange County. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. The Saturday Night Live icon was in a two-car crash around 11 p.m. along I-5. The car Ferrell was in flipped after it was hit by another car.
God.
4 people were in Ferrell's car. They all suffered injuries, none life-threatening, and were taken to the hospital. It's unclear if Ferrell has been released. Well, at least he's okay.
Yeah.
Or at least...
At least that's what
alive.
They want us to believe, yeah.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
All right, I you know what? I wanted something fun for this segment, but I have something instead.
Okay.
Oh, all right. The thing that's bothering me this morning, and it's been bothering me for a while, is this ad for freedom checks. Mm-hmm. If you don't listen to anything else, just please hear me tell you this. Do not do this. Don't buy into it. I know you're hearing an ad on WOCA for freedom checks. It is not us. They're not buying ads from WOCA. We would not accept money for this kind of a campaign.
No.
And I did do my due diligence. So while there might be somebody out there who can tell me I'm wrong, I think I'm right that this is a scam. Mm-hmm. Okay? So when you hear these ads, and you're going to hear them all day long, and I can't come on the air all day long, please, please, please. I wrote a letter to Fox News. I said, why are you airing something that is going to be ripping off your listeners?
Exactly.
Why do you want to violate the trust? Why do you want to sabotage? They're hurting us, the radio station, because we have worked really hard to gain the trust of our listenership, and yet they run this ad. So if you don't know what freedom checks are, first of all, good. You don't need to know what they are.
No.
But I want to tell you, there's an ad that we keep hearing on WOCA. It's not ours. It comes on the Fox News feed that we get. For those of you, just real quick, easy to understand the business of radio. The way it works, in order to get like a major affiliation, like with news from ABC or NBC or CBS or Fox News in this case, you have to agree to play their ads. And so our agreement is you give us news. In exchange, we give you a minute so you can play your ads. Well, one of the ads is for something called freedom checks.
Exactly.
I looked up several different places to see if this was a scam. Every place I went to that said it was not a scam led me to the website to go buy whatever it is you buy.
Gee.
Okay? So please don't do this one. I'm going to read to you from a website. This one is called stockgumshoe.com. Stockgumshoe.com. It says this: I'm quite sure you have heard or seen the Freedom Checks ad this past month or two. The ad includes a photo, the visual done, of Matt Badiali holding up a big fat $114,287 check to the camera that looks very reminiscent of a United States Treasury check with a big old Statue of Liberty engraving and all. It's not, of course. That is not a government check. That's a private check. The spiel, of course, there's no you could write anything on a check.
Yeah.
The spiel is a familiar one in many ways. It's designed to make you feel like there's a pot of free money that you can sign up for, at least until they get down to the details, by which point many readers will have lost interest, or worse, will have already sent in their credit card number. Please don't do this.
This is absolutely ludicrous.
The money is called U.S. freedom checks. Of course, they're using words that they know you will respond to. You're patriotic, so U.S., of course. Freedom, of course, you're all for freedom. All they want is your money. Oh my gosh, if I could slap somebody, I would slap this guy.
I know, it's like steam's coming out of your face right now.
It is horrible.
So
okay, so here's the pig right here. You want to hear what he's saying?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can play something on here.
Nipples.
Hold on. Wait a minute, that was me. All right, let me try this one. Hold on.
Freedom check.
Here we go.
Imagine this check being yours.
Yeah.
All you have to do is sign it and cash it.
Give me a break.
That's what Doug Smith, a 46-year-old from Joplin, Missouri, basically did. And now he's set to cash his $24,075 freedom check later this month.
Right.
Lisa Lerman, a 57-year-old in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
where's Lisa?
is cashing in an even bigger check for $66,570.
Yeah.
And Mike Reed, a 53-year-old
Please
from
don't
Golden,
believe this
Colorado,
nonsense. This is
going to be awarded a massive $160,923 payout.
Why would they do?
Perhaps most interesting of all is Robert Darbin from Kansas City.
Oh my God.
Who signed up to get 3 freedom checks for roughly $4,800, $6,500.
All right, just don't believe this. Okay, don't believe that.
He signed up to do
something. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how angry I am at this stupid campaign.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. because it seems just because it's coming over our airwaves that it's an ad that we accept and condone.
They are, yeah. So that's right. They're leaning on the trust that we've built. They didn't build any trust. This guy's a nobody. We don't even know who he is.
Exactly.
Here's what it says on the website scamfinance.com. Freedom Checks is nothing more than another online investment scheme meant to swindle consumers out of their hard-earned money, employing traceable stocks images into the framework of their site, claiming that their users have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars and that you can, too, through minimum effort on your end, is absolute rubbish.
Through minimum effort.
Created by an entity known as Matt Battiali, I guess that's that pig's name, and reflecting a 67% negative customer review rating, as we make abundantly clear. Okay, so the 67 is probably more like 97. There's probably 30% of them are probably him just saying, oh no, this is good stuff. Freedom Checks employs a dull promotional video featuring numerous fabricated testimonials. Keep in mind, fabricated. While promoting the ludicrous assertions of being able to collect thousands of dollars every month by taking advantage of what Freedom Check has to offer. Okay, please don't do this one. This is horrible.
It is horrible, absolutely.
There's no way that I'm going to be able to pop on here every single time this ad plays, but just share this. I put it on Facebook. Say don't trust Freedom Checks.
Exactly.
Freedom Checks is horrible. What's that song, War, Robin?
War.
Freedom Checks. Whoa, 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 what are they good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again.
Absolutely nothing.
All right. Hey, have a great weekend, everybody. Please don't do the Freedom Checks thing. You're going to hear the ad over and over. It's probably going to come up after the news right now.
Yeah.
I've written to Fox News telling them to please stop playing that stupid ad.
I hope they do. I hope they listen.
All right, hang in there. Glenn Beck is coming up next. This is The Source, WOCA. Tonight, don't forget...
the Student
Media Festival coming out of...
Marion Technical Institute, 7 p.m. on the public education channels.
And you can come down live. Have a great weekend, everybody. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump's attacking former FBI Director James Comey over his new book out next week.
He writes the president is unethical and untethered to truth and institutional values. His leadership, Comey writes, is transactional, ego-driven, and about personal loyalty. The president taking to Twitter, writing James Comey is a proven leaker and liar. He leaked classified information for which he should be prosecuted.
Fox's John Decker. In court facing murder charges today, a man accused of killing a police officer in Massachusetts.
Police say Tom Latanovich is responsible for the shooting death of Yarmouth officer Sean Gannon, a K-9 officer who was killed yesterday afternoon while serving a search warrant on Cape Cod. State Representative Tim Whelan is also a retired police sergeant who knew Gannon.
The world is a lesser place without him in it.
Gannon's police dog Nero was also hurt in the shooting.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Hi, this is Jack from Banyan Hill. You might have heard about that $34.6 billion that's expected to be doled out in what we call freedom checks. Huge checks that are changing people's lives from coast to coast. People like Sean from Pittsburgh. In fact, he's on the phone right now.
Ocala Aviation now has opportunities for flight instructors.
Wait, hold on. Brad, is this correct? You're looking for instructors, not students?
Actually, we're looking for both.
Well, that's descriptive.
Well, I need flight instructors because we're now affiliated with a major university and can offer 4-year degrees. Plus, we're also approved to work directly with VA students.
Okay, so a degree in what, and what's a VA student?
Well, it's a bachelor's degree in aeronautics, which includes a commercial pilot's license, and there's financial aid available. By VA students, I mean veterans. They now have access to new benefits to pay for flight training.
Okay, so you have new opportunities for new students. What about the instructor side of it?
Well, with new students, we need more instructors.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So, if anyone out there is a flight instructor, I want to encourage them to come see me. And if they're not an instructor but have their commercial license, we can help them become an instructor.
So they get their instructor license and have a job too.
Exactly.
So you got a lot going on. The VA, the college, and now hiring instructors and future instructors too.
Yep. So now can we get the commercial started?
Already ahead of you.
Call Brad to get your adventure started today at Ocala Aviation, 861-7484.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. The Florida Highway Patrol is reporting that a 66-year-old motorcyclist has died from injuries sustained in a traffic accident on County Road 25A near Lowell Correctional Institution. The Alachua County Sheriff's Office is reporting the arrest of a 50-year-old man on manslaughter charges for failure to provide life-saving care to his 93-year-old father at his home. Walmart plans to spend $200 million on renovations in Florida as part of a plan for innovations that include scan and go to skip the checkout line. A 35-year-old female teacher at a Fort Myers Christian school has been jailed after being accused of having sex with a male student. A Bradenton high school student who was made to cover her nipples with Band-Aids when she showed up braless in school is organizing a bra boycott this Monday. And the most expensive place to live in the United States is here in Florida. It's a place called Fisher Island off the coast of Miami, where a 4-bedroom, 6,000-square-foot home sells for $26 million. And that is your news brief from The Source.
You know how frogs are so hoppy? It's because they don't smoke or have COPD, otherwise they would be flip-floppy. If you want to quit smoking to prevent yourself from croaking, come to A Better You for a good acupuncture poking. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, with A Better You Healthcare to stop smoking today at 352-615-5566. 352-615-5566.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequal. So personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around. Death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hi, I'm Russ Moore with Pike Mill. Our relationship with WOCA started in 2009. WOCA is family-friendly, community-involved station. When we moved to our new location on 17th Street in October of 2016, of course, we went to WOCA so they could tell everybody our new location. The folks at WOCA really care about their clients and want them to be successful. For all of your shipping needs, call Pike Mill, and to tell the Ocala area about your business, call WOCA, because WOCA radio gets results.
I do want to give you a chance to speak about your comments on gay and lesbians. You said in a speech that mourning an America that endorses perversion and calls it an alternative lifestyle, is your words. Is being gay a perversion?
Okay, can I ask? I mean, what does this have to do with the Secretary of State? What does this have to do? I mean, are we going to get into negotiations, with Kim Jong-un about this? He wanted to know about gay sex. Cory Booker, stop the campaigning for just a second, will you? All right. If you want to know where this is headed, let me just start here. You should read about Salem, Massachusetts in 1693. Witchcraft is not what's on trial here. Faith, religious doctrine, Christianity, that's what's on trial here, because that's what happened. Booker was trying to pull out of the closet Christianity. He was trying Pompeo's Christianity. Well, what would Pompeo? What would have happened if he would have taken the bait? What would be the follow-up question? Are you or are you not a Christian? Are you now or have you ever been a Christian? How many times do you pray? Do you go to church every week? What's the follow-up? Is my Constitution copy, the one that I have, different than everybody else's? Because in mine, freedom of religion is covered under the First Amendment. In fact, it's in the First Amendment to make sure that there was no religious litmus test to be able to serve in the government. You didn't have to believe one thing that somebody else didn't believe. This is why it's in the Constitution, because you used to have to go to a certain church and believe in a certain thing. Our founder said, nope, everybody can. Doesn't matter what church you go to. Doesn't matter if you don't go to church. It doesn't matter. Should it matter that Pompeo believes that gay sex is a sin? Or can we think what we want? Can we all believe? See, this is an argument my daughter and I had years ago, and now she has come to me and said, oh, wow, wait a minute, this isn't about love. No, it wasn't. It was for the average person. It was for the average person. Hey, I have a right to love who I want to love. You do. Okay, good. The government shouldn't be in this business of marriage at all. But there was a lot of other people where it wasn't about love. It was about control. It was about getting everybody else to believe and think what they believe and think. See, I thought that was the problem. I thought that was the problem that people had with religious people. That they were always trying to get you to believe and think exactly what they believe and think. I've always thought, let's leave each other alone. But I can't figure out for the life of me how a group of people who have been forced to live in a closet, forced to not be who they are, how all of a sudden they want to force other people into their way of thinking. Will every Christian belief soon be on trial in the hallowed halls of Washington, D.C.? I mean, I know we're not going to try other religions, just Christianity. Will everything Christians view as sinful suddenly make them inadequate or disqualified from public service? Look, I have to tell you, I don't have a problem with Christianity at all. I have a problem with Christians, sure. Jesus, save me from your followers. I think that an awful lot. Because none of us are living it. I mean, I don't know if I can be called a Christian. Or I should say, I don't know if Jesus would call me a Christian. I would hope so, but I don't know. Christianity is absolutely under attack. We all have to start living it. But you can't tell me that if Keith Ellison, a practicing Muslim, was sitting in the same spot, that he'd be given the same question. They wouldn't have dared ask Keith Ellison anything like that about his religion. But Pompeo's Christianity, it's fair game. For some reason, It's easier for them to believe that a Muslim is capable of being both religious and able to champion secular rights of people, but a Christian isn't somehow. I mean, Muslims in the Middle East are throwing gay people off of rooftops, but we won't question that. And quite honestly, I don't think we have to question that. We have to know, do you want to throw people off rooftops? But that wasn't okay for Pompeo to say. Pompeo said yesterday that, look, I've treated everybody the same. My view is my view, but I treat everybody the same. Okay, then I'm cool with that. Hey, Mr. Keith Ellison, do you believe that homosexuality is a sin? Can't ask that question. I don't want to. I want to ask this, and I think I know I know the answer. Keith Ellison, do you believe that people are right throwing gay people off the rooftops? He's going to say no. Okay. Does anybody remember this comment?
I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman.
Okay, Hillary Clinton breezed through her confirmation in near record time. Did you notice that no one asked her about the heresy of declaring marriage as being between a man and a woman? If it's so pivotal, being the Secretary of State, why didn't they ask her that? Oh, because she learned. No, she didn't. She was either lying then or she is lying now. She only came to this enlightened position when it became popular in the polls. Now, maybe they didn't ask her because her last name is Clinton. But it's also because Christianity is under attack like never before. We all have to put on the full armor of God because we ain't headed any place good. And the witchcraft trials are coming soon.
It's Friday, April 13th. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
It's shameful what's going on. But as long as we're living our lives the way we're supposed to be, as long as we humble ourselves, and as long as we live in love, I think we're going to be okay. It's going to just get harder and harder to do. And we've got 12 warships setting sail for Syria. This no longer sounds like a little missile strike. And we have telegraphed what we're going to do. And so Syria is moving all of their armaments onto Russian bases, which is going to make it even harder. And we're building a coalition. And apparently Donald Trump and John Bolton want to send a strong message. And the Pentagon is warning we're one mistake away here from having a war with Russia. Bringing in Jason Buttrill, who is senior advisor and researcher, specializing in military and foreign operations. Hello, Jason.
Howdy.
So what are we heading for here?
12 warships. So we've got a carrier strike. I think it's the Truman heading in that direction. So that's about a total of 6 ships, the aircraft carrier and its support group. And then we also already have 4 destroyers in that area already with 2 submarines. So this is one of the larger buildups that we've seen probably since the Iraq invasion. Big difference there was 6 aircraft carriers. So there was a lot of firepower, but that was an invasion. This is obviously not an invasion, but this is still a very large buildup of firepower. Now, if you consider the coalition that you talked about that's building with the UK and France, if they even match that together by half, each country, then we're looking at a significant force. Now, what that tells us is that they're not going to do what they did last time. It's not just going to be 59 Tomahawk cruise missiles at a random Syrian base, and a few planes. And by the way, that airfield that we hit last time was operational in a matter of hours. So that last strike did nothing. So that's what Mattis is telling Donald Trump right now. He's saying, look, what we did last time didn't really do anything. It didn't do anything then. It didn't deter chemical weapons use because they're still using them like crazy. It didn't do anything. So what you have to do now, if you don't want to do something pointless, is go all in. You need to build a coalition. You need to strike multiple targets and actually do something that's going to cause.
What are we doing?
And what does all in mean? All in means an invasion. It means a full war, right? Is that what you think they should do, or you think that are they even considering that? Because they tend to deny that they're even considering that.
Yeah, well, I don't think an invasion is quote unquote all in on this.
Okay,
I think that they're looking to significantly. The only thing that would justify this is if they damage him enough that regime change would come organically. That would come out. So the thing that changed the face of the war was Russian air power. So NATO coalition air power would reverse that. So a la Libya, Gaddafi. Something along those lines. That kind of that would be their all in.
And luckily, Libya worked out really well.
Great.
That was a home run.
Look at we create this power vacuum. That's not going to be good because Iran is going to sweep in. Right?
You're exactly right. And the Joint Chiefs have actually said that before. They've made hints.
So what are we doing? What do you think the plan is?
That's a very good question. I don't think they've had a plan for a very long time. They've handed the area over to Iran. They've got no plans about what to do now. So Iran is basically just taking over Syria, Iraq. We've got no plans. We're sitting there with the Kurds wondering what the heck do we do all the time our NATO ally is coming down and killing the Kurds. So we're sitting there like saying, hey, basically these Kurdish forces are our only footprint in this country. If we give in, which I believe we will, and let Turkey go ahead and take the Kurds out, then what's our plan? So now, really, they're looking at, okay, we have to give the Kurds to Turkey. They got to. I don't want that to happen, but they really have to. Do you side with the Kurds, or do you give in to a NATO ally? They're going to give in to the NATO ally.
It shouldn't have been a NATO ally in the first place.
Completely agree.
So we have the Syrian government and Hezbollah. They have reportedly evacuated the weapons from key locations, and Assad has moved his planes to the Russian-operated bases.
He's no dummy.
So what? We can't hit a Russian base.
You would hope not, but that is exactly what Mattis said in the leaked conversations in their meeting yesterday. Was that Bolton and Trump were like, yeah, let's do it. But Mattis and Dumford were like, whoa, there's significant chance for a mistake to happen here, which has been there since the coalition against ISIS has happened, but never so more than now, right now. So if we do actually say, okay, forget that, we're still going to go all in, quote unquote, and go for some of these military assets. What if we make a mistake on our end and take out a couple Russian troops? This will spiral out of control. What if what if their S-400 missile system, which is the most advanced one in the world, kicks off and downs a B-2 bomber or a Raptor or any other coalition aircraft? This will spiral out of control. The chances for a mistake here are huge, and the consequences are catastrophic. We haven't been in a situation like this, I don't think, in an armed military. When have we ever during the Cold War been this close to Russian or Soviet soldiers?
So it sounds like
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Exactly.
Right. It sounds as if you're saying it's not worth the risk. Is that your? I mean, if you had to break it down, is that what you think?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's worth the risk. And if they believe it's worth the risk, it's such heavy consequences. This has to go to Congress. Has to. And regardless, even if they're going to do that, even if it's not just a limited little strike like last year, they have to go to Congress. This has to be put to a vote.
Here's what's really disturbing to me. If you look at the front page of the Drudge Report, or really pretty much anybody, you're not seeing this lead because nobody's clicking on that story. You're just not clicking on that story because nobody's given this perspective yet. Nobody has said, wait a minute. Stop talking about Comey. Stop promoting his new book.
Yeah, but he was shaking his hands and he made a mental note that his hands weren't as small as had been reported. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? That's incredible. What an incredible leak.
This is what we're concentrating on. And the press is letting us down again. But this time, it may have serious consequences for the entire republic quickly. Because we cannot go into war with Russia. And it seems as though that's the way we're moving, and that's the way the rest of the world is moving. Can we pause for a second and have a conversation? You're right, Jason. This needs to go to Congress. Congress needs to rule on this one because the consequences are far too high. They're far too great here to just have somebody make the decision and go in and do something where it could clearly be World War III. If they would shoot down a B-2, or if we would hit their planes and their men, and they responded by launching at our battle group, and they sunk a ship or two, can you even imagine? I don't want war with Russia. At least I don't want one that just starts on a Tuesday and we're all looking at each other Wednesday going, wait, what the hell just happened? America, we've got to wake up. We've got to have serious conversations. Stop talking about James Comey. And as I say that, CNN has their interview with James Comey. All right, let me tell you about our sponsor this half hour. Thanks so much to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter.com. You want great people working for you, and there's an easy way to find them. Something better than just posting your jobs online. ZipRecruiter found a smarter way. They built a platform that finds the right job candidates for you. ZipRecruiter learns what you're looking for. It identifies the people with the right experience and then invites them to apply to your job. The invitations now that ZipRecruiter sends out have revolutionized the way people find their next hire. 80% of employers who post a job with ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in the first 24 hours. And ZipRecruiter does more than just that. They even spotlight the strongest applications that you receive, so you are sure to see the cream of the crop. The right candidate is out there, and ZipRecruiter is going to find them. Try it for free now at ZipRecruiter.com/Beck. If you're looking to hire the right person. ZipRecruiter.com/Beck. It's free at ZipRecruiter.com/Beck.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
Hi, it's Glenn Beck. Have you ever wanted to refinance your mortgage, but you didn't want to start a 30-year loan again? American Financing can help you. When you're refinancing to eliminate mortgage insurance, lower your rate, or consolidate high-interest debt, you don't have to worry about resetting your loan. Because at American Financing, they offer 9, 13, or 18-year loans. It's a custom loan for you. That's what you get when you put a mortgage firm like American Financing to work for you. They're not working for the banks. You get to design your mortgage based on your budget with the most competitive interest rate. Plus, with a fixed rate, no matter where the interest rates go, yours stays the same. Monthly payments won't increase. It's one call to the salary-based mortgage consultants. Call them now at 800-906-2440. 906-2440. They'll get you closed in as fast as 10 days at AmericanFinancing.net.
American Financing Corporation, NMLS 182334, www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, I'm Russ Moore with Pike Mill. Our relationship with WOCA started in 2009. WOCA is a family-friendly, community-involved station. When we moved to our new location on 17th Street in October of 2016, of course, we went to WOCA so they could tell everybody our new location. The folks at WOCA really care about their clients and want them to be successful. For all of your shipping needs, call Pike Mill, and to tell the Ocala area about your business, call WOCA, because WOCA radio gets results.
Hello, gorgeous. Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. And with summer here, it's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marian Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
So, President Trump now is set to pardon Scooter Libby.
It's a brilliant piece of strategy.
It is.
First of all, Comey appointed the person who brought the charges against him, so it's a kind of a sticking in the face of Comey.
Yeah, but more importantly,
it sends a great message to anyone who might do something, which is if you're loyal to the president,
guess who gets pardoned?
Guess who gets pardoned in the end. By the way, completely Trump's right to do. I don't think he's wrong in pardoning Scooter Libby. I think the charges were largely nonsense against him anyway. He's not doing anything wrong here, but the timing is a nice piece of strategy. It's a heck of a nice piece of strategy because it sends dual messages, kind of a middle finger to James Comey, and at the same time, a reminder to people who may or may not talk to certain special counsel that if you stay loyal, that in the end there might be something good.
Look at what Washington and the media are circling around. I mean, pardoning Scooter Libby, we're being told by Russia that we're on the eve of World War III, and this is what the press and Washington is dealing with.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump's attacking former FBI Director James Comey over his new book out next week.
He writes the president is unethical and untethered to truth and institutional values. His leadership, Comey writes, is transactional, ego-driven, and about personal loyalty. The president taking to Twitter, writing James Comey is a proven leaker and liar. He leaked classified information for which he should be prosecuted.
Fox's John Decker. In court facing murder charges today, a man accused of killing a police officer in Massachusetts.
Police say Tom Latanovich is responsible for the shooting death of Yarmouth officer Sean Gannon, a K-9 officer who was killed yesterday afternoon while serving a search warrant on Cape Cod. State Representative Tim Whelan is also a retired police sergeant who knew Gannon.
The world is a lesser place without him in it.
Gannon's police dog Nero was also hurt in the shooting.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Hi, this is Jack from Banyan Hill.
You don't need to hear Jack from Banyan Hill. He's selling is nothing but nonsense, okay? So I thought instead I'll give you some good news. I have something really, really good, really, really true right here at the Paddock Mall. Sears is having a tax day event. This Sunday is April 15th. Also known as Tax Day. I think this year Tax Day is actually the 17th, right, Robin? I think that's the actual day. But anyway, traditionally, April 15th is Tax Day, and Sears has a sale right here in the Paddock Mall. So I'm going to try my best to give you some information about that. Let's see. So there's a few things they have. On April 15th only, there's a 10% off regular and sale prices. So if you go into the store, for example, and you see they have an already advertised price that's already a sale, you can get 10% off of that. for 2 weeks from April 8th, which, of course, is already history. From April 8th till April 21st, Kenmore and Kenmore Elite are an extra 15% off the regular and sales prices. These are appliances and floor care items, things like that. So an extra 15% above the already sales price. So this is right here at Sears at the mall, at the Paddock Mall. There's also, if you're a Plus member, you can earn 10% cash back in points. Points valid for 14 days. The maximum $20 cash back in points per member. There's some other information and just some individual items I wanted to highlight for you. The Kenmore Elite washer and dryer save 43%. They're $984.99 each. So you're not going to get a deal like that anywhere. And this is for tax day, which is Sunday. There's also a lawnmower, a Craftsman lawnmower. Is a $90 savings on the tax day event. It's $339.99. That's $90 less than it normally would be, which is $429.99. And then, maybe this is the thing I'll go in for, the tops and shorts, clothing, in other words, $4.07. $4.07. Tops and shorts. If nothing else gets you into Sears, it's to buy some clothing. They're going to have a really good sale this coming Sunday, April 15th. Robin, do we know what time Sears opens up on Sunday? I think it's a little different hours, but here at the mall, you'll be able... Well, you know what? By the time I come back and tell you about this again, we will have found out what time they open up on Sunday. But anyway, I just want to let you know there's a tax day event happening here at the Paddock Mall on Sunday. And some really good deals. If you need to hear that again, just stay tuned because I'll mention it again. I'd rather you hear about something honest and good than that stupid ad that's been running for that investment thing called Freedom Checks. Don't even bother with that one. We will be back in a little bit. Right now, let's go back to Glenn Beck after this.
Is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us.
For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Glenn Beck program.
There is a new show starting tonight on PBS called In Principle. It is hosted. Try this out for a second. It's hosted by Amy Holmes, who was with us. She was, I think, like employee number 2 or 3 of the Blaze. She was our news anchor for years, a conservative, and Michael Gershon, who was a speech writer for George W. Bush, a senior advisor for Bush, also a conservative. Grace, I think her last name is Coulter. She is the senior producer or the series producer, and I think she was hired by PBS from Sinclair. So I don't know how any of this happened, but it's on PBS, of all places, a conservative talk show, and I'm going to be a guest on it tonight. Welcome to Amy and Michael. How are you?
Good morning.
Doing great. Glad to be with you.
So, first of all, do you guys have any comment?
All right, Joe Martone is on the phone. Hey, Joe. Joe,
it's not morning; it's afternoon. Let's get that right here. Yeah.
Did I say
that
good
girl
morning?
doesn't know morning from night?
All right. Yeah, I'm always stuck in the morning. So you're down in Sun and
Not
Fun.
you, them.
Yeah,
I'm at Sun and Fun in Lakeland, and it is to say big is beyond belief. It's the largest air show in the United States, I understand. We just seen the Honda jet fly over at incredible speed and very, 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 very quiet. I mean, that thing was like, things that you go, oh. And if anybody knows Bernie Little from Ocala, he used to own Budweiser, the distributor. Well, he has his boat jet here with us, the nice big red Budweiser boat jet on display here. You want soup to nuts? It's not 99.9% it's airplane, but there's other things here, of course. As soon as I get off of you, I'm going to partake in some food because I've finally got hungry enough. There's flight simulators here. There's colleges here that teach you how to fly. Any kind of airplane, just about. I haven't found my A7, though, yet from my time in the Navy. But all the other flights, all the other airplanes, it's all sectioned off for warbirds and small craft, experimental crafts that you and I can fly. So it's nice. It's warm. It's about 85 degrees. Beautiful day out here, though. Clean, clear. And when I mean clean, there's not a bunch of the people walking around are not eating and throwing stuff on the floor. They're holding on to it until they see a trash pail, and then they throw it away.
That's the way to do it.
It's courtesy. Yeah, it's courtesy. But it's like I said, they have shuttle buses all around. If you don't want to walk it, they have tours. Believe it or not, a lot of like John Deere tractors are pulling these wagons that are made just for the show. And I guess they hold 25 or 30 people, and they just go right by everything and talk about it and what have you. Vintage planes, oh my gosh! If you like vintage planes, all types of vintage planes. A lot of private planes are here also that you come and see. I haven't even been into the main museums yet. Now we haven't stopped walking, and this was since 9 o'clock this morning, or 9:45, I should say. We haven't stopped, so it's noonish, afternoonish, whatever time it is right now, and we have not stopped walking by. And you just look up, and there's another plane going by. You look up, and there's another plane going by, and they're not the same. Every single one go by is different. They have the warbirds here, the helicopter. Oh my goodness! So if you're into planes, even if you're not into planes, this is the place to come. Right now, I guess you would call this the vendor building. All the vendors show all their wares and then things that they sell and everything for airplanes. But again, the Armed Forces is here in full force. They have a 12-person sit-down simulator. You encapsulate you, and it just goes like, I mean, yeah, the lines are not long, and the people are in good moods, even though the heat's here. And, I mean, I just seen a plane go by. All I could see was the tail of it. That's how big it was over the tents that are here. Like I said, it's the largest, and they'll be here the rest of today, this evening, all day tomorrow evening, and then Sunday. And it's easy, it's fun and fun. You want to come see it, come enjoy it, and it's phenomenal. That's the word I could say. I'm impressed, and it takes a lot to impress me when I go, because I've been to many, many, many shows, and this one has impressed me. It's well organized. The parking's well organized. People are courteous. The people behind the booths are courteous to you, and I don't see any hostility, even with this 85-degree heat. It's fantastic. That's it for me right now. Maybe I'll give you a call in an hour or so when I'm relaxed and eating.
All right.
Done eating.
All right.
And we'll get back to you. And this is Joe Martone broadcasting live from Sun Fun here in Lakeland, lovely Lakeland, Florida. Back to you, Larry, at the studio.
Thank you, Joe. Yes, we'll be able to give the website for Sun and Fun in the next break as well. Thank you, Joe. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, we will be returning now to Glenn Beck, already in progress.
That will end our careers.
No, you should not be excited at all about Glenn Beck being on PBS. Of course. And, we were discussing this after our interview with Mr. Beck, that we're there for open conversation, and viewers, listeners, when they watch tonight, they're going to get that. They're going to get thoughtful, reflective, candid, and, self-critical discussion. And Glenn, you were asked very directly by my co-host Michael about some of the motivations that are built into the structure of media, like getting ratings, getting more clicks, getting more likes, getting more upvotes. And how does that influence possibly content for hosts and guests and so forth? And Glenn, you were pretty candid about that. You're just like, yeah.
Well,
pay attention. It matters.
I will tell you this, that I've done, obviously, a lot of interviews, and I was really impressed the way you two worked together and how you let me answer. And it wasn't a jump on every word that I say. It was, you know, had some tough questions, obviously, but it was a chance to actually speak without being interrupted and without argument, just honest questions, which I don't see very often.
Well, that's the goal of our show. That's the goal of, when the show was conceived, it's just like there's a lot of the sort of World Wrestling Federation of politics on cable news, and you see people in their corners and the bell rings and then they go to battle. And we felt like there's a real hunger and a real need to have a more expansive, thoughtful, and illuminating conversation about the politics, policies, and issues that really matter. And so that's what we're aiming for.
Well, guys, thank you so much. We will be watching tonight, 8:30 Eastern Time. It happens on Fridays following Washington Week. Fridays on PBS. It's called In Principle. And we wish you all the luck, and we'll see you tonight on your first episode.
The first episode airs tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Central at PBS. You can go to pbs.org/inprinciples, the name of the show. The hashtag is InPrinciple on PBS.
Have we slipped through another wormhole yet? I mean, it's PBS doing a conservative show? I don't know.
That's good, though. I mean, it's nice to have I'm really interested to watch the show because of the format that allows, I think, a more, a conversation that doesn't lend itself completely to soundbite answers with everyone cutting each other off. I mean, I think we're at a point now with conservatism where it's important to have the voices from across that spectrum to be able to talk and actually let ideas come out. I mean, you will look at it on social media, and you have this situation where you make a comment, and then you have 500 people yelling at you, and it just devolves so quickly.
It was really quite interesting and very self-reflective. I mean, I don't know. I think I interviewed with him for about an hour or so, and I think the interview is going to end up being about 12 minutes. So I don't know what
Which is still pretty long.
Yes, still very long.
Yeah.
For television, that's an eternity. Mm-hmm. But I'm anxious to see what they use. But it was a real good open discussion where we probed all of the media.
I think that's what people like, generally speaking, when talk radio is at its best. Right. Yeah. There are times where it sucks, of course. But when talk radio is at its best, you've got 15 hours a week to dissect important issues and hopefully be entertained and everything along the way. But I mean, the goal being to be able to discuss those issues with a little bit of context, with a little bit of space, a little bit of a breathing room. I think we get further and further away from that in the sort of clickbaity social media sort of world. But I think that's the strength of what talk radio has brought to the table for decades. And, hopefully if they can get to a point, and it seems like this is what they're going for, where we can have actual conversations that aren't cut off every 10 seconds. It'd be nice.
The name of the show says it all. It's In Principle. And that's what we have to talk about. We have to talk about the bigger principles. This Comey stuff today, which is just promoting his book. Yeah, that's all this is doing, is promoting a book.
And Fox News, we have criticism of Fox News over the years. There's things that we don't like that they do. But the sort of media criticism of Fox is that they're not taking the news seriously because all they want to do is defend Trump. Mm-hmm. And they'll show, journalists all the time I see in my feed tweet things like, look at this, what's going on. And you'll see, Russia scandal, and then like Tucker Carlson's talking about panda bears or something.
Yeah.
Did you see this one?
Yeah.
And there's been a bunch of these that have come around all at the same time. Like here's these other networks, MSNBC and CNN, taking things seriously while Fox is over there doing what they do, trying to ignore the big news. I got to tell you, I was in my office.
Stop. Fox News. Trump weighs Syria options with allies.
Yes.
CNN. Trump allies fear feds have Cohen conversation tapes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you.
Which one is the real news here?
Exactly. And you can talk about motivation all you want. You could say that, maybe they're talking about this because they think the Comey book is bad for Trump. We can make that accusation. But I was in my office working out yesterday afternoon for 2 hours. And I just had to keep glancing up at the television to see what was happening. This was right as the Comey stuff is coming out. And it's true. The Fox News spent a little bit, not much, time on the stuff that was breaking from the Comey book. But you know what they were talking about? Issues of substance. They were talking about Syria. They were talking about Russia. They were talking about important issues that were going on right now. You know what they were doing on CNN? They were talking about PP tapes. They were talking about PP tapes. They were talking about the clip that came out about James Comey's noticing that Trump's hands were smaller than his, but not abnormally small. They were talking about the gossip coming out of this book for 2 straight hours, while Fox was at least talking about important issues. They were talking about real things that actually matter to people.
The Syria thing is really, really serious. It's really serious. And when I got home yesterday and I saw as you call them, the PP tapes.
I didn't call them the PP tapes. They were calling them PP tapes on CNN. They were talking about golden showers. They were talking about all of it, on CNN.
Okay, so I read the story. I didn't see. I've stopped watching television. But I read the story when I got home, and I thought, PP tapes? First of all, if you know anything about Donald Trump, you know that he's a germaphobe. So there's no way he wants there's no way he wants his PP in him or around him, okay, let alone anybody else's. But this is what we're talking about? Seriously? Something that any sane individual or any insane reporter who is at least honest about Donald Trump and who he is, chiefly a germaphobe, knows that's not happening. Any journalist who's honest about Russia knows that's from the Russian playbook on how to discredit people. Please. And you're talking about this while Russia is talking about World War III.
And one quick thing on the Comey book. There are 2 ways that books leak early. Okay. One, the publisher says, let's take this excerpt, this most salacious stuff and leak it out there so that the media will jump all over it and will promote the book. The other is the entire book gets out to multiple people. They go through the whole thing and they start picking the most salacious. There's a big distinction there. If this is the media getting a hold of this book and telling you the best stuff from inside of it, there's nothing in this book. Nothing.
I want to tell you about Casper. Casper is our sponsor this half hour. They have taken sleep to a wonderful place. Casper mattress. The engineers at Casper have outdone themselves with an exceptionally comfortable sleep experience. Casper, my favorite mattress. I have to be honest with you, and when the first day I got it, I wasn't sure. I took the 100-day sleep test. I tried it out in my own home, just like you can. If you don't love it, you just call them up. They pick it up. They refund every single penny. You owe nothing. You're not having any kind of hassle, and you're actually deciding in the right way, is this the right mattress for me? Try it now from Casper. Casper.com/Beck. Go there now. Try the Casper mattress at Casper.com/Beck. If you use the promo code Beck, you're going to save $50 off the purchase of your mattress. Casper.com, promo code Beck.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
You work hard to recruit the best talent for your business, so you understand how important benefits are. Today's candidates are looking for more than just insurance and retirement accounts. They want benefits they can use every day and perks that help them achieve that all-important work-life balance. With Veridesk Standing Desk Solutions, you can create the healthy office culture they're looking for, where employees can move more throughout the day, so they're happier, healthier, and more productive. The new Veridesk ProDesk 60 Electric is the perfect way to create your active workspace. It's a commercial-grade electric standing desk that lets you sit or stand with the touch of a button, and it assembles in under 5 minutes with no need for professional installers or labor costs. The ProDesk 60 Electric ships for free, and thanks to our 30-day guarantee, if you don't love it, we'll pick it up for free. To learn how you can try the ProDesk 60 Electric in your office, visit veridesk.com/radio. That's varidesk.com/radio.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around. Death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft. Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hi, I'm Russ Moore with Pike Mill. Our relationship with WOCA started in 2009. WOCA is family-friendly, community-involved station. When we moved to our new location on 17th Street in October of 2016, of course, we went to WOCA so they could tell everybody our new location. The folks at WOCA really care about their clients and want them to be successful. For all of your shipping needs, call Pike Mill, and to tell the Ocala area about your business, call WOCA, because WOCA Radio gets results.
Friends, countrymen, tourists, and Ocalans, lend me your ears. Hey, speaking of ears, there is an opportunity for you to help feed and provide good maintenance, housing, and medical care for Marion County's rescued, surrendered, and confiscated big cats, bears, monkeys, and other disabled or unreleasable wild and exotic animals. Take a tour on Wednesdays or Saturdays of the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Adults $20, children 12 and under just $12. Participate in the biannual Hot Cars and Cool Cats Car Show at the Nassaveras Farm at 2250 Northeast Highway 326, or better yet, become a business sponsor for EARS. Have fun, prevent extinction, provide education and awareness of these rare, beautiful, and endangered residents here in Marion County's own little township of Citra on Highway 318. Go to EARS, Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary, or the Tiger Maximus on Facebook, or you can call 352-266-2859 for any questions.
The weather is brought to you by myFWC.com. Safe boating is no accident. Mostly sunny today, a nice day with highs of 85 to 87. Tonight will be clear with lows of 64 to 67. Partly sunny tomorrow, high 88 to 90. Some sun followed by clouds and an afternoon shower or thunderstorm on Sunday, highs of 85 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Heather Zaire.
Glenn Beck.
Bill O'Reilly is coming up in just a second.
So this Comey thing with the tapes, they're making a big deal about how he went to James Comey and asked him, hey, I'm really worried my wife believes this. I want you to investigate it and show that it's not true. And they're making this out to be this big controversy. Now, whether that's appropriate for him to do to the FBI director is one thing. But the other thing is, if he actually had done it, he wouldn't assign a person he's completely uncomfortable with, James Comey, to investigate whether it's true or not.
Stop thinking this through.
Right?
Stop it.
This absolves him
using
largely.
Logic and reason. That's not what we do in the media now. Stop it. Come up with some distorted headline that everybody can just click on that has nothing to do with what you just said. Bill O'Reilly's next.
Glenn Beck. Mercury.
I've been there. I know what it feels like. And that's when I decided to do something about it. After listing my home with some agents that just could not get the job done, I decided to start a company that would find the best agents, people you could trust, people who had your same values, honesty, hardworking, caring. We started realestateagentsitrust.com. It came from personal frustration to end mine and now your frustration. Realestateagentsitrust.com. Our goal is to connect you with an agent who will help you sell your home as quickly as possible and for the best price. When you want a sold sign in your front yard, finding the right real estate agent is the key, and it's working. Houses that had been sitting on the market for months are now selling. People are finally able to take that big burden off their shoulders. Another open house, some more balloons. It doesn't work. Get moving now. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com, where our individually selected agents will work to earn your business and sell your home. realestateagentsitrust.com.
It's springtime in America, and it's also allergy time. So add this to your spring cleaning list. Replace your HVAC filters at filterbuy.com. Filterbuy is America's leading provider of HVAC filters for homes and small businesses. They offer hundreds of sizes, made in America and shipped free within 24 hours. They'll even make custom sizes. Plus, you'll save 5% when you set up auto delivery. Save money, save time, breathe better with filterbuy.com. That's filterbuy.com.
Is Barack Obama out to stop President Trump? Now, Jerome Corsi's new bestseller, Killing the Deep State, reveals how Obama and his allies are fighting a secret war against President Trump. Killing the Deep State reveals the shocking insider plan to end the Trump presidency. Newsmax says Killing the Deep State is the political book of the year. It's already a #1 bestseller. At bookstores everywhere, or get the free offer and save almost $30. Go online to killingthedeepstate.com. killingthedeepstate.com.
The Marion Civic Chorale announces their 2018 concert series. This exciting program highlights a special performance with chamber orchestra and video projection. The next concert will be on April 22nd at Countryside Presbyterian Church in Ocala at 7768 Southwest State Road 200. Concerts are free and begin at 3 p.m. Donations are appreciated. Contact president at marionchorale.org or visit marionchorale.org for more information. New members are welcome.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. In his new book, former FBI Director James Comey says he was struck by what wasn't said by anyone on then-President-elect Trump's team during a briefing on Russian election meddling.
No one, to my recollection, asked, so what's coming next from the Russians? How might we stop it? What's the future look like?
Comey speaking to ABC's 2020. The president tweets, Comey's a leaker and a liar, and it was an honor to fire him. Will Ferrell's taken to a hospital.
The SUV he was riding in flipped over on the interstate outside Los Angeles Thursday night. One of 3 passengers in a chauffeur-driven SUV. So far, the extent of his injuries is unknown. However, Ferrell was talking on the phone after the accident as firefighters loaded the comedian on a stretcher. One witness said a woman in Will's vehicle was more seriously injured, bleeding profusely on the scene.
Fox's Michelle Polino in L.A. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Hi, this is Jack from Banyan Hill. You might have heard about that $34.6 billion that's expected to be doled out in what we call freedom checks. Huge checks that are changing people's lives from coast to coast. People like Sean from Pittsburgh. In fact, he's on the phone right now. Sean, you there?
Yes, I am, Jack.
Sean, let me ask you, how do you like getting these massive checks in your mailbox every month?
Well, Jack, we used to put stuff on credit cards living paycheck to paycheck. But now...
All right, I don't like that ad. We're not going to play that ad. That's just horrible. This misleading ad, it's just not good. I have something better, something way better. Please, if you've heard any of those ads for Freedom Checks, I know you're smart enough to know not to be tempted by those false promises. I have a really real promise, though, right here in the Paddock Mall. The Sears store is having an event on Sunday. Sunday is tax day, or traditionally it is the 15th of April. This year the tax day is not till the 17th, so don't let that worry you if you're not done with your taxes. But that doesn't mean there won't be a sale, and there will be this Sunday. It's a one-day event only, and I wanted to share with you some of the information. Randy is one of the managers over there at Sears, and he came over here to the radio station. He said, would you please ask your listeners to come by Sears and take advantage of some of these sales? So there's a store-wide 10% off, store-wide, everything in the store, whether it's on sale already or not, you can take an extra 10% off. This is Sunday only. So you might want to go in there and see what kind of things you can get for 10% off. It's just this Sunday, April 15th. So put it on your calendar and make it a part of your day Sunday. And then there's a Kenmore and Kenmore Elite extra 15% off the regular and sales prices. This is actually for 2 weeks. This one started on the 8th. And it will run through the 21st of April, an extra 15% off the Kenmore and Kenmore Elite products. The Kenmore Elite, by the way, the washer and dryer, specifically, they've got more products than those two, but they've got one pair of washer and dryer set for $984.99 each. That's a 43% savings on that washer and dryer from Kenmore Elite. There's a Craftsman lawnmower on sale for $339, and that's a $90 savings. That's the tax day event I'm trying to tell you about on Sunday. And then there's clothing, tops and shorts for the family, starting at just $4.07. $4.07. That's not bad. And that's over at Sears right here in the Paddock Mall. Plus, if you're a member, you can earn 10% cash back in points. And that, again, is through the 15th, this coming Sunday. So if you are looking for some good sales for appliances, for clothing, for lawnmowers, the Sears has a whole load of products. You can save a lot of money if you hold off, don't get it until Sunday, if you can wait a couple days. So this coming Sunday, come to the Paddock Mall. I'll be over here at the radio station. You can wave through the window. I'll be in here doing something. And in the meantime, you can save some money over at Sears. And say hi to Randy when you get over there. Say, hey, Randy, thank you for this wonderful sale. And thank you for listening to WOCA. We will take a little break. Glenn Beck coming right back.
You know how frogs are so hoppy? It's because they don't smoke or have COPD, otherwise they would be flip-floppy. If you want to quit smoking to prevent yourself from croaking, come to A Better You for a good acupuncture poking. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, with A Better You Healthcare to stop smoking today at 352-615-5566. 352-615-5566.
Ready for a caring and compassionate career? Home Instead Senior Care is looking for people that are driven to succeed, learn, and have a positive attitude. These caregivers become a part of our championship team, enhancing the lives of aging adults throughout Marion County. Home Instead Senior Care provides non-medical services that allow seniors to remain in their home and meet the challenges of aging with dignity, care, and compassion. For more information, call 352-414-1566.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front-end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Love, courage, truth. Glenn Beck.
The patriarchy has
strikes again. It has striked again, and I don't know what to do. Washington State University has canceled its fat studies class. Fat studies. I can't study fatness anymore at Washington State University. The fat activists all over the country are furious now. The moment they finish their second plate of refried tofu, they're going to waddle out into the street and scream at the sky, "Why? Why?" Throughout the country, campus feminists are quivering, terrified that fat shaming will only get worse now. So let's talk about the fact that fat studies class exists. Now, I want you to know I speak to you as Lord of the fat people. I speak to you from my chair in my studio that smells, well, it smells like donuts with just a hint of Cinnabon. And this is the room that I usually sit in after the show in my underpants and eat Oreo cookies by the sleeve. So I speak to you as an expert. So let's talk about fat studies. First of all, take a guess which program the class is under. If you said women's studies, you win a Diet Coke and a cheeseburger. The course is a, quote, examination of weight-based oppression as a social justice issue with other systems of oppression based on gender, race, class, age, sexual orientation, and ability. The Antifa mask and the Drumpf t-shirt is not included. Our country is now in the throes of an obesity epidemic, and academics are concerned about fat-inclusive bikinis, and I am not kidding you, the anti-male gaze. The anti-male gaze. Yes, that's right. The fat studies folks have flipped the feminist concept of the male gaze, which claims that the patriarchy is triggered by white cisgender men whose oppressive gaze vilifies women, worsens misogyny. In a gasping contradiction, an inadvertent counterexample of the original theory, fat shaming and fat study feminists claim that anytime white cisgender men don't find overweight women attractive and are practicing the anti-gaze, it's because they're misogynistic. So wait, I need to, okay, hold on. I need somebody from the campus to answer which one is it. I'm a misogynist if I gaze, or I'm a misogynist if I don't gaze. Now, I don't expect an answer because, you know, they're all too busy fighting for the rights of oppressed communities, often without invitation. I mean, I'm fat. I never asked them to fight for me. Oh, is it because I'm a male and I'm white, so I don't count? Now, tuition at Washington State runs about $5,000 per class. That's a waste of money you're never going to get back. This course is run by Dr. Deborah Cristal, who has applied her PhD in sport psychology, women's study, and apparel design to help students understand fat stigma, weight bias, and thin privilege. Also, of course, the weight-based oppression. Now, her writings have been featured, and I'm not sure if this has been peer-reviewed, but her writings often appear in the journal Fat Studies. I get that all the time. I tried to cancel my subscription, but they make it so hard to stop getting that monthly magazine Fat Studies. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, she uses critical feminist theory and and I love this, narrative pedagogies to fight fat stigma by promoting activism to erode the thin-centric orientation among students. What the hell are you talking about? First of all, the word critical is academic lingo for neo-Marxist. Anytime you hear a professor or academic rattle on about critical theory, they're talking about Marx.
They're basing what they say now on the principles of the Frankfurt School, also known as neo-Marxism. And narrative pedagogies, it's academic code for a form of teaching based on relativism, in which students and teachers use their subjective experiences to learn, because any idea can be interpreted in an infinite number of ways, because there is no meaning, there is no truth, there is no objective reality. Postmodernism, meaning the fat studies movement. Like much of the campus anti-logic modern feminism and social justice leftism is based on the objective statement that there are no objective statements. Wait, what? And since feelings are facts, concepts like fat phobia, microaggression, cisgender white privilege are all considered not just legitimate, but indisputably true, even though there is no actual truth. So it's the food's fault. No, wait, it's not the food's fault. It's the patriarchy's fault. It's the patriarchy that forced me to eat that second tub of cinnamon-laced cupcake batter. And I know who the leader of this troop is. Yes.
It's Friday, April 13th.
You want to talk...
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
You want to talk about cisgender bias. Bill O'Reilly comes to mind, forcing me to eat sleeve after sleeve of Oreo cookies.
What's cisgender, Beck? What is that?
It's just like you not to know, Bill. Just like you not to know.
What is it?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I think cisgender.
I mean, gender is male, female. I got
right.
that.
Cisgender is
what we traditionally thought of as gender back in the days where we were ill-informed and non-evolved.
So when you say male and female and female doesn't really exist anymore. It's cisgender. You're a closed-minded bigot.
Oh.
It's old school,
So
Bill.
you're a corpulent... I don't know what else to call you.
I think that was a fancy word for fat. I think that's what word of the day. Bill O'Reilly just called me fat.
Look, on BillO'Reilly.com, we have a special section for people who overeat. And we applaud them.
Yes.
Yeah, we encourage that you fulfill your basic desires.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're Zoftig, we like you just the same.
Wow.
BillO'Reilly.com is cisgendered, whatever that is, we are.
Yeah.
And we want people to go there.
I think that's
and
bad.
Snack.
I think that's bad. Isn't that bad, Stu? Isn't being cisgender bad?
I think no. It's just it's the new word for the traditional understanding of gender.
Okay, well, I don't think you understand. Okay, because there is no objective truth.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So Bill O'Reilly, lots to talk to you about. First, can we start with important news, and then we'll go to the big news. But important news. What the hell's happening with Syria?
Well, I think that there is a fear on the part of the Trump administration that if the United States launches military action, which would have to be bombings, missiles, that kind of thing, no ground action, that the stock market will tank, that it'll interrupt the economy, it'll cause unintended consequences, Putin will do something rotten, Iran will too. So it'll throw off all the things that Trump wants to accomplish. That's what's holding them back, the unintended consequences.
Yeah, no, I'm asking you. We're just sending 12. Sending 12 warships over into the area. This will be the biggest buildup since I think the Iraq War. We're building a coalition. It makes me a little nervous that there's more than just a couple of missiles being lobbed over, or that we're afraid that Russia may respond as they say they are.
Well, the Russian fleet got out of Tartus. That's their Mediterranean port. The reason that Putin is in Syria is because he made a deal with Assad to have a big air base there and to have a port, Tartus, Tartus. You'll remember that St. Paul hung out in Tartus.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, That's why Putin is in there. He's got his Mediterranean port. But the Soviet warships are out of there. They were ordered to leave. So I think it's a good thing that warships are going. I'd like to see some British and French warships as well, because if you basically set up a blockade of Syria, you can do them heavy economic damage without shooting anybody. So that might be the way to go here. The guy who's calling the shots is Mattis, the defense secretary. It's not Trump calling the shots here. Mattis is really in charge.
So you don't believe the rumor that Trump and Bolton are asking for a hard line, and Pentagon with Mattis are pushing back and saying, no, Mr. President, we don't want to go that far.
No, I think Bolton and Mattis are pretty simpatico, word of the day. And Mattis is the lead on this. See, Bolton's not going to go in and start to break the furniture on his third day there. So I think that's the scenario, and I kind of like the blockade thing. I think that's a message, and that can do a lot of harm to Syria and hurt Assad's power base.
Okay, as I look up at the televisions and the monitors, I keep seeing Fox News talking about, pretty much actual news the whole day, and CNN just continues to focus on Comey and the PP tapes.
No. I wrote a column, and I sent it to you, Beck, because I always send my columns to Glenn Beck just for his approval. I never get it, but I sent it. From now on, I'm going to copy Stu. Maybe I'll get approval from Stu.
Thank you, Bill. Smart.
But anyway, look, there is no honest media in this country anymore, and anything that they can grab to hammer Trump, they will. The real irony on this is that CNN hated Comey when Comey was going after Hillary Clinton. And I had Lanny Davis on BillO'Reilly.com 2 days ago, and he broke some news. He said that he talked to the Inspector General of the Justice Department about Comey and handed over documents that make Comey look like a complete phony and a complete fraud. This is Lanny Davis saying it. And Lanny Davis, of course, a very close friend of the Clintons. Mm-hmm. So it's instructive to watch now how Comey's the good guy again, because Comey is trying to demean and to besmirch Donald Trump, which is a horrible situation for a former FBI director who had the highest clearance of security to write a tawdry book smearing, yes, Trump fired him. Yes, we know Comey doesn't like him. But to get down in the gutter, that really reflects poorly on James Comey.
I will tell you, the one thing that I saw that I thought was remarkably slimy, and, what is the name of the book? Like, A Higher Honor or something like that. I thought was totally dishonorable. He told the story, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But he told the story that General Kelly came to him after Trump fired him and said, I can't work for a dishonorable man and I'm going to quit after this. And he had built this up like, General Kelly was the one stabilizing factor and yada, yada, yada. And then he exposes him as coming out and saying that. I mean, that
any conversation that any human being had with James Comey is obviously not going to be kept confidential. The thing
wait. The point of that is he was trying to make Kelly seem very important as the only adult in the room and the only stabilizing factor. Well, if you cared about your country, and if that were true, you wouldn't out the guy you were counting on keeping the president.
Sure. He wants to make Kelly squirm because he doesn't like Kelly either. But I thought the worst thing, I'm probably not going to read the book because I don't believe James Comey tells the truth. But I thought the worst thing was talking about Trump's concern for his wife over these unverified allegations in a Russian dossier. Now, if any man is concerned for his wife's feelings, that's a good thing. And to turn it around into some kind of tawdry display, as Comey did in his book, really says all you need to know about James Comey, does it not?
Yeah, and if he's concerned about his wife and he goes to James Comey, but he did these things, why would you go to a guy that you supposedly don't trust and say, hey, can you verify that I didn't do these things?
Yeah, he's going to the FBI saying, listen, if you can give me some information I can pass on to Melania that would, make her feel a little bit better, please do so. And totally rational, totally caring, if you want to use that word, request. And then Comey turns it around to try to use it, and of course the New York Daily News picks it up, puts it on the front page. I mean, it really, this country, America right now, because of the media, has really descended into a place that makes me extremely uncomfortable.
More with Bill O'Reilly here in just a second, and we're going to go to the raid on the president's personal attorney. That's happened since last we spoke to Bill O'Reilly. We get his take on that coming up. First, let me tell you about Simply Safe. Last 2 weeks, Simply Safe won the Editor's Choice Award from CNET Magazine and PC Magazine. Oh, and the Wirecutter. 3 respected product testers, and they put Simply Safe through the battery of tests, compared it to all other home security products. Simply Safe won every single time. I have to tell you, I've been telling you about Simply Safe for years now. They have gotten so much better, and there is no reason that I can think of that you wouldn't get Simply Safe for your security. When you are looking for something that is going to protect your home and protect your family, this is absolutely the best, and it's going to save you a fortune. Now, Simply Safe, they are completely redesigned. I want you to go to their website at simplysafebeck.com. That's simplysafebeck.com. I just want you to scroll down and look at the part where it's got a chart and it says how much money you're going to save over the next few months. It's shocking how much money you will save. Then read about the product and how great it is. You're going to put Simply Safe in your home because there's just, if you're looking for a way to secure your family, there's no better way. SimplySafeBeck.com. Go there now and they'll take 10% off the purchase price of Simply Safe. And it's $14.95 a month for the monitoring with no contract. SimplySafeBeck.com.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
The clock is ticking. Every day you put off buying life insurance can cost you big time. The older you get, the more you'll have to pay. And a sudden accident or unexpected illness could cause your rates to skyrocket or even make you uninsurable. Beat the clock. Call Select Quote now. No hassle, no obligation. In minutes, you'll have a choice of your best rates from up to 10 highly rated life insurance companies. Richard, 40 years old, takes meds to control his cholesterol. Still, Select Quote got him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. Under $1 a day. Don't risk your family security another minute. Get your free quote now. Just call 800-670-4040. That's 800-670-4040. 800-670-4040. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
If you're looking for the better bargains on the best selection for your yard or garden this spring, that means it's time to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Right now, for example, Bob has a new selection of his famous sun and shade-loving camellias. Several of your favorite varieties, normally selling for $24.99. They're yours for about half price, $12.99. Start those crepe myrtles now, and you can do just that for as little as $2.99 this week at Bob Wine's. Check inside their completely redone greenhouse for decor galore, including those popular wind chimes. Most all the decor items are 10% to 20% off. All indoor foliage also 10% off. Don't wait. Get on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens for the best of spring values. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, Southeast 38th Street, in the same blooming place since 1952.
We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9:05 a.m., Bern Perez will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hills Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We will discuss screening techniques and more, so tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m., right here on The Source, WOCA.
Glenn Beck.
I want to get into the shakedown of the president's attorney and how that was handled and what it means here in just a second. But Bill, I've got about 2.5 minutes. I want to get your comment on this. I just look up at the screen, and on CNN, the banner, the lower third says, Comey calls Trump an unethical liar. And CNN says, we go now to Democratic Congressman Denny Heck to get his opinion on this. That's like saying the new Tesla 3 is a crappy car and the company's not going to be around long. We go now to Mike Ditto, a Chevy Volt salesman, for his opinion.
For his objective analysis.
Right.
But it's more the same. You know, I just can't emphasize enough to your listeners that is a total collapse of any information flow that's worthy. You know, I wrote this column that I referred to before the break to show you underneath what you see on television and what you read in the newspaper, how it's being designed. This is all by design now. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake. I mean, they take anonymous sources, then somewhat ridiculous, people familiar with the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, okay, fine. And then they print it as fact. And then they bring on 5 people. And let's go to Jeffrey Toobin to discuss the anonymous source thing that we don't even know is true, but we don't really care if it's true because we're going to treat it as true.
I will tell you, all the world is but a stage. That phrase has come to mind more than ever. I mean, almost every day I look at television and I think that. I feel like we're in a play right now.
Well, it's a bad, bad thing. And there are a few voices, I think you're one of them, I certainly am, that don't have an agenda. We just want to bring information to the people. We tell them whether it's speculative or whether it's factual, and then the people can decide for themselves. But this vast manipulation is just crushing the spirit of the country.
Okay, so we're going to go into what happened with the president's lawyer. They now are hoping that there are tapes involved. Oh, my gosh. We'll go into that next.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. In his new book, former FBI Director James Comey says he was struck by what wasn't said by anyone on then-President-elect Trump's team during a briefing on Russian election meddling.
No one, to my recollection, asked, so what's coming next from the Russians? How might we stop it? What's the future look like?
Comey speaking to ABC's 2020. The president tweets, Comey's a leaker and a liar, and it was an honor to fire him. Will Ferrell's taken to a hospital.
The SUV he was riding in flipped over on the interstate outside Los Angeles Thursday night. One of 3 passengers in a chauffeur-driven SUV. So far, the extent of his injuries is unknown. However, Ferrell was talking on the phone after the accident as firefighters loaded the comedian on a stretcher. One witness said a woman in Will's vehicle was more seriously injured, bleeding profusely on the scene.
Fox's Michelle Polino in L.A. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Hi, Hi, this is Jack from Banyan Hill. You might have heard about that $34.6 billion that's expected to be doled out in what we call freedom checks. Huge checks that are changing people's lives from coast to coast.
I'm sure they are. Just don't believe any of that stuff. Instead, I got something else for you to believe. It's more important and it's honest. It's from Sears right here in the Paddock Mall. It's the Tax Day event, one day only, happening this Sunday, April 15th. Shop in the store, extended hours online, and let me tell you, let me lower my little phone here thing. It's talking to me. 10% off. Listen to this on Sunday here at the Paddock Mall. Sunday and Sears. Sears only. No, this is not a mall-wide sale. This is a Sears-only sale. One day only. It's 10% off, and that's off of the regular prices or the sale prices. In other words, if there's already 15% off, you get another 10% off, and that's all day long, all throughout the whole store. That's what I want you to know. That's the big one. For 2 weeks, there is a 15% off, also off of regular and sale prices at Sears, off from the Kenmore and the Kenmore Elite line. These are appliances, of course. There's one washer and dryer set I want to tell you about specifically. It's 43% off. It's $984.99 each, and that's $1,158 normal price. So $984 is not a bad price for those two heavy-duty Kenmore Elite washer and dryer machines. And then there's a lawnmower they want you to know about. $339.99 is a $90 savings over at Sears. It's a Craftsman lawnmower and 21-inch blade, 159cc front-wheel drive. With auto choke. Again, it's normally $429.99. Sears is selling this for $339.99 on Sunday, April 15th. And then the clothing is also on sale. Tops and shorts for the family starting at $4.07. So you got to check out Sears if you're looking for some clothing. The regular prices are above that. Plus, the last thing, members will earn 10% cash back in points. The offer is valid on Sunday in the store. The points are valid for 14 days, and the maximum is $20 cash back in points per member. So be sure to check out the store for details. Just want to let you know some of the great deals happening here at the Paddock Mall this coming Sunday at Sears. So be sure to come by and check it out. We will take a little break. Glenn Beck coming right back at you. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
We go down to Bill O'Reilly, and from BillO'Reilly.com, we want to talk a little bit about Michael Cohen, the personal attorney of the president, who had his home, office, and hotel room raided earlier this week. First of all, Bill, do you know why he had a hotel room? He lives in New York.
I do not.
Okay. Do you think it's weird that they went to, like they were trying to find something that he might have been taking from the office or keeping with him?
It'd be irresponsible of me to speculate. I just don't know.
Okay. They are saying now that one of the things that they're looking for is communications between Cohen and WikiLeaks, because the Access Hollywood tape came out, and then right after that, WikiLeaks started to release things about what's his name. I want to say Lanny Davis, but yeah, Podesta. So, what your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, you say they're saying. Who's they're saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, leaks.
Yes.
All right. This is the big story today. So the FBI raids Cohen's office, and then all of a sudden, the Washington Post is printing what the FBI found and all of that. So somebody from the FBI or the Justice Department, Rod Rosenstein's office, or Mueller's office, had to leak it to the Washington Post.
Yeah.
They had to.
Now, yours,
That's number one.
This is one of the points that and you should make this point. One of the points in your op-ed is about, when this happened to Bill Clinton, Ken Starr was not leaking that we know of.
Right. This is a torrent of this, and nobody's trying to stop it as far as I know. So you want to leak to the Washington Post, go ahead. We're not going to give you a lie detector test. We're not going to start to prosecute people who are doing this because it's illegal. If an FBI agent raids anybody's office and then calls the Washington Post and tells them what they found, that's a felony. Okay? So, but it's accepted. Who's talking about that? Nobody. It's the Washington Post reports. And the Washington Post doesn't know if it's true. They don't know, but they don't care.
But hang on just a second. Let me just play devil's advocate here. I tend to agree with you, but let me play devil's advocate. Is it possible that these leaks would have happened or could have happened under Clinton, but it's a different world in the media because of internet?
I say that
24...
in my article. I say that maybe the leaks did it. It's possible,
right?
But they could have leaked to anti-Clinton people like Rush Limbaugh. I mean, they could have leaked to, there are a lot of, the Washington Times. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of anti-Clinton people that they could have leaked, but no leaks came out.
Mm-hmm.
But now, within 2 hours after anything happens involving Donald Trump, Washington Post, New York Times, or CNN gets it. Okay. Now, back to Cohen. So you raid the office, and you have to have presented to a judge to get the warrant for the raid some kind of possible felony. All right, so we have evidence that a felony was committed. Here it is, judge. Here it is. The judge looks at it. It's coming from the FBI. Okay, I'm signing the warrant. Go in and go look for backup on what you think happened. So they go. And then they seize all kinds of records. They don't, it's not a warrant that is specific. We're just looking for this, Mr. Cohen. Do you have it? Please tell us where it is. No, they get everything. So there's like 10,000 potential violations of attorney-client privilege, not just with Donald Trump, but Cohen's got other people he works for as well.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so there's 10,000.
Wait. I'm not going to let you skate on that one. This is not a violation of attorney-client privilege with a clean and dirty FBI team. This is the way it is set up. This is not usually done, but can be done. It's certainly not ever done with the president at something this high level, so they better have something. The only question is, do you trust the clean team to stay away from the dirty team?
No, you can't do that, Beck, because
that's the way it's done, Bill.
Leaked stuff about the raid. Somebody involved with the raid leaked it.
Yeah, but they did not leak what they have found. They have not leaked what they found. They leaked.
This is what we were looking for.
Yes,
so
and that's the dirty team.
Right. If they're going to leak that, then you have a massive potential, and I did use the word potential.
Yes, I agree.
Violation of attorney-client privilege.
Yes,
you know what I'm going to submit to you? I'm going to submit to you today on the Glenn Beck program on Friday the 13th. That there is no attorney-client privilege in this country anymore, as there is no contractual law. Contract law, forget it. Forget it. You sign a contract, and it says X, and if somebody violates X, the system says, we don't care. We don't care. There's no contract law. There's no attorney-client privilege. There isn't anything. There's no privacy on Facebook. There's nothing. Somebody wants to stand outside your house with some kind of gizmo that can record your conversation inside your house. Who's going to do something about it? Nobody. So the American people ought to know that all the rights they thought they had, talking to an attorney, signing a valid contract, they're gone.
Okay, wait. I'm not going to let you. Bill, I am with you on 99% of that our rights are gone. There is no such thing as privacy. However, attorney-client privilege does stand. This is if I am the client that is accused, everything that I say about my case to my attorney and everything my attorney says back to me is protected. However,
I am going to guarantee you.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to guarantee you that what you're saying is false because there are going to be leaks about what Trump discussed with his attorney. Those leaks will come out before any charges, before anything.
Then that is different than saying that this is a violation of attorney-client privilege. This is the way the system is built. If I'm colluding in another crime, or if my attorney is committing a crime, that is, when we're talking about, hang on, Bill, hang on. When we're talking about that thing, it is not privileged. And that's why there are two teams, one that is investigating one crime and another team that is working basically for the court that goes in and says, you have to find these things. Everything else that is not regarding these things, you cannot touch and you cannot reveal.
And you believe?
No, I don't. No, I don't. But I'm saying
that's what they did with Cohen.
I am saying that when someone makes the blanket statement that this was destroying attorney-client privilege, no, this is the system that we have always had. This is not making law up.
You're going to see that I'm absolutely right. And when it comes out, I'm going to demand airtime on your
No, because you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me.
I am.
No, you're not.
You're talking theoretical.
I am talking about the law.
You're the one speculating here, right, Bill? You're the one saying that this is going to happen in the future.
Right. Hang on just a second. I'm talking about the law, and then I'm saying to you, I agree with you that I don't trust the people involved, but that's different than saying there is no attorney-client privilege under the law. There is. We just don't have.
I don't know how I can't get through to you and Stu. Okay, the law is there. In the wording of the law is still there. Same thing with contracts, Beck. It's there, but if it isn't enforced, if things don't happen to people who violate the law,
I agree.
Then it doesn't mean anything.
But so far, I know you don't like to I don't know. I know you don't like to speculate. You like to deal on facts. Right. So far, they have not violated the attorney-client privilege. They have not.
Okay, but it's only been 3 days.
Okay, but I know Bill O'Reilly does not like to speculate. Boy, I'm going to play that tape back over and over again. But I know you don't like to speculate.
All right.
So
I can't accuse. I can say
you
that
can
this
speculate.
Is a potential, as I have said 14 times already.
Yeah, I know. You're speculating.
I think the potential will be fulfilled.
All right, Bill. Can I ask your journalistic expertise on these leaking here, on the leaking issue for a minute? Listen to this. This is from the Washington Post this week. It's about a portrait of Trump in the current moment. Comes from interviews with 21 people, and then they break down the types of people that they've interviewed. Now, they're using the number 21 to gather credibility. They talk to 21 people. It must be true.
They're trying to convince their readers that they're not a bunch of charlatans.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, look, if the Washington Post had a stellar record of being fair, not only to Donald Trump, but to conservatives, to traditional Americans, to the Republican Party, if their record was fair, then I would believe them. Mm-hmm. But it's not, Stu.
No.
It's not.
I would tend to agree with that.
They hate anyone who is not of liberal orthodoxy. They despise them. So that, therefore, they can say, we talked to 87,000 people. And I'm going, I don't care, because the outcome was already told to the reporter before he talked to what is the outcome we want. All right? We want Trump out of office. That has been made very clear by the publications, New York Times.
Okay, hang on just a second.
Go ahead.
Hang on just a second. No, I just want to be very specific.
Yeah.
Because I do not believe those conversations were had. I believe those conversations don't need to be had.
Beck.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I believe those conversations don't need to be had because it's groupthink. They all think the same way.
Yes. But
so there's no planning. There's no conspiracy.
I find it very hard to believe that a reporter would say, I talked to 21 people who told me, and then the person didn't talk to any 21 people. But it doesn't matter, because they might have talked to people for 3 minutes. Hey, did you hear this? Oh yeah, I heard it. Bye.
And that's that's what I'm getting at here.
The outcome of the article. This is what everybody has to understand. Mm-hmm. When these reporters are assigned something, all right, it's not just Trump. All right, it is made quite clear to them what the editors want. What they want. This is what we want you to find out. Bang. And those reporters are going to do that, because if they don't, they're not going to get the good assignments. I could give you names. I know this. I've seen it. All right? And it absolutely happens. But now it's an epidemic because all of them want Trump out of office.
Right. I agree with you. We just had Ben Smith on yesterday. We just had Ben Smith.
Why aren't there any leaks that say that Trump does something good? There hasn't been
the administration
one leak that says, "Hey, he did something good."
Yeah,
one, just one. I just want one.
What I'm trying to get at here with this, though, Bill, is it's source inflation. Like, they're using that number. Listen to what comes after it.
Quickly.
Interviews with 21 administration officials, which would be notable if they had 21 administration officials, but that's not where it stops. 21 administration officials, comma, outside advisors. What the hell is that? Comma, lawmakers. Chuck Schumer is a lawmaker. They interviewed Chuck Schumer about this.
Outside advisors of staff of CNN.
Right.
Look, it's all a ruse. You know that. Come on.
All right. Bill O'Reilly.
BillO'Reilly.com.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to go there this weekend. We got lots of great stuff, Beck. So I want you yourself to go. What are you doing this weekend anyway? You doing anything fun?
I'm just spending my time at BillO'Reilly.com. That's what I'm doing.
You eating, and you can eat donuts while you do that.
I can eat donuts in my underpants
simultaneously.
It sounds like a fabulous weekend, Bill O'Reilly. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for having me in, guys.
God bless. BillO'Reilly.com. I think, you know what, I feel like we're saying similar things.
Yeah, you're close.
We're in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. He just refuses to listen.
That's true. That's basically Bill O'Reilly every Friday in this hour. That's
all right. All right, let me tell you about My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply would like you to be prepared. FEMA admits recently that they can't help everybody who's underprepared. We have to take matters into our own hands. In fact, they say everybody should have, was it a month's worth of food? I think it was a month's worth of food.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, great. Now is the time to do it before, the hurricanes and the wildfires start, before the earthquakes. And by the way, we are 10 days from the rapture.
Oh, yeah?
10 days from the rapture. We've gotten that from experts now. We'll give you the detail. And
Can't
of course,
come fast enough.
Can't come fast enough. So at least this is a waste of money, a 4-week food supply. You only need 10 days. All right. 4-week food supply right now is $99, and the time to prepare is before, the rapture, and before there's trouble. I mean, you might be left behind. PrepareWithGlenn.com. That's PrepareWithGlenn.com. $99 for emergency food for 4 weeks. It's 800-271-63. 4 weeks of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 800-271-63. It's $99 now at PrepareWithGlenn.com.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
Are your medical bills piling up due to cancer or another serious illness? You are not alone. Many people face this challenge. Here's how Coventry Direct can help. You can receive an immediate cash payment by selling your life insurance policy. If you have $100,000 or more of life insurance, you may be eligible to sell your policy, even a term policy. To find out if you qualify, call Coventry Direct today at 1-800-513-6400 to speak to one of our policy specialists. That's 1-800-513-6400. The cash you receive from selling your policy can be used to help pay medical bills or whatever you choose to give you financial security and peace of mind. Call Coventry Direct at 1-800-513-6400 or visit us at coventrydirect.com. Coventry Direct, giving you the cash you need when you need it most. Coventry Direct is a marketing company and will refer qualified policies to a licensed entity.
Friends, countrymen, tourists, and Ocalans, lend me your ears. Hey, speaking of ears, there is an opportunity for you to help feed and provide good maintenance, housing, and medical care for Marion County's rescued, surrendered, and confiscated big cats, bears, monkeys, and other disabled or unreleasable wild and exotic animals. Take a tour on Wednesdays or Saturdays of the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary. Adults $20, children 12 and under just $12. Participate in the biannual Hot Cars and Cool Cats Car Show at the Nassaveras Farm at 2250 Northeast Highway 326, or better yet, become a business sponsor for EARS. Have fun, prevent extinction, provide education and awareness of these rare, beautiful, and endangered residents here in Marion County's own little township of Citra on Highway 318. Go to EARS, Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary, or the Tiger Maximus on Facebook, or you can call 352-266-2859 for any questions. What do I do now?
After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com. All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident? Don't worry, call Fakuri. bestinjurycare.com.
Palm Garden announces Fast Track. Fast Track, focused assessment, safe transition. When a new guest is admitted to Palm Garden, we start with the ABCs. A is the assessment to determine what the guest needs. B is for basic care, which is excellent nursing and therapy. And C is for consistency to provide what's needed throughout the stay. Fast Track. Palm Garden will get you home fast, really, really fast. Take a fast tour of Palm Garden, located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Hooray for all the moms in our lives.
Right from the start, she was the one who nurtured you and supported you in every pursuit.
This year, you are going to cater to her.
Call Honey Baked Ham at 352-861-0011 and order all her favorites.
If it's just the two of you or the whole family, this is her day.
And Honey Baked Ham makes it easy for you to pamper mom.
Now call 352-861-0011.
Or stop by 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy. Embark on a magical night at the Appleton Museum of Art on Saturday, April 14th from 6 till 9 p.m. Follow your book of enchantment around the museum for unicorn carriage rides, magic shows, mermaids, artwork that comes to life, and more. Make mythical art in the art space and enjoy refreshments. Family ticket packages start at $35 for museum members and $50 for non-members. Individual tickets also are available. For details and to purchase tickets, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Glenn Beck.
Man, I can't tell you how excited I am for this interview. Mary Jo Kopechne's family, in their first national interview, at least that I know of, talking about Mary Jo, how she died, Ted Kennedy, and the new movie Chappaquiddick. It's going to be interesting to hear from them in a story that has been buried for so long. And the New York Times is now saying, oh, it's totally unfair. Totally unfair. They didn't accuse him of killing her, just leaving her. They didn't accuse him of having an affair. He didn't accuse him of anything.
They just showed the most basic facts. It's still very damning.
Bad for Ted because he was bad.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But they did not push that storyline at all. And they say that it's unfair. Wow. We'll hear from Mary Jo Kopechne's family. I can't wait. Don't miss it. It's next.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
I'm a big fan of Simply Safe Home Security because it really gives you peace of mind. And now the new system is ready for anything that gets thrown at it. If a storm takes out your power, Simply Safe is ready. An intruder cuts your phone line, destroys your keypad or siren, Simply Safe is still going to call the authorities to get you the help you need. Now, here's the best part of it. No strings attached. There are no contracts. So you're not bogged down and in some long-term contract where you owe somebody money. You own the system. It is not hardwired. It's all wireless. And in every worst-case scenario, you're going to be prepared. Where else are you going to find anything like that? Check out Simply Safe's Triple Safeguard Protection. It's not costing you an arm and a leg and no strings attached. No contract and the monitoring $14.99 a month. Simply Safe. SimplySafeBeck.com. Get one now at SimplySafeBeck.com. Protect your home and family at SimplySafeBeck.com.
It's springtime in America, and it's also allergy time. So add this to your spring cleaning list. Replace your HVAC filters at FilterBuy.com. FilterBuy is America's leading provider of HVAC filters for homes and small businesses. They offer hundreds of sizes, made in America, and shipped free within 24 hours. They'll even make custom sizes. Plus, you'll save 5% when you set up auto delivery. Save money, save time, breathe better with FilterBuy.com. That's FilterBuy.com.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. If you want to buy a home, we could help you get a great mortgage that may require as little as 3% down. And we also invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives you a solid approval in as few as 8 minutes. And for 8 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Call America's largest mortgage lender at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Based on Rocket Mortgage data in comparison to public data records. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Results may vary.
Hooray for all the moms in our lives.
Right from the start, she was the one who nurtured you and supported you in every pursuit.
This year, you are going to cater to her.
Call Honey Baked Ham at 352-861-0011 and order all her favorites.
If it's just the two of you or the whole family, this is her day.
And Honey Baked Ham makes it easy for you to pamper mom.
Now call 352-861-0011.
Or stop by 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy. Embark on a magical night at the Appleton Museum of Art on Saturday, April 14th from 6 till 9 p.m. Follow your book of enchantment around the museum for unicorn carriage rides, magic shows, mermaids, artwork that comes to life, and more. Make mythical art in the art space and enjoy refreshments. Family ticket packages start at $35 for museum members and $50 for non-members. Individual tickets also are available. For details and to purchase tickets, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump has pardoned Scooter Libby. He was Vice President Cheney's chief of staff, convicted in 2007 of lying to the FBI and obstruction of justice. He was caught up in the investigation into who leaked the name of CIA operative Valerie Plame. President George W. Bush commuted Libby's 30-month prison sentence, but he never issued a pardon. The fired FBI Director James Comey has unflattering things to say about President Trump in his new book, and the president's firing back on Twitter, calling Comey an untruthful slimeball.
Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, also criticizing Comey.
He sounds like a disgruntled ex-employee who, after the fact, wants to clear his conscience of what bothered him at the time. If you're that bothered, quit.
Comey, in his forthcoming book, writes that the president is unethical and untethered to truth and institutional values.
Fox's John Decker at the White House. Fox News. We report, you decide.
All right, 1 minute after 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. 80 degrees here at the studios of The Source. We are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary where you too can get a bite to eat. 82 is the expected high, so we're about at the highest point right now. 62 the expected low tonight. Partly cloudy skies the rest of the day. Tomorrow looks really nice. 87 degrees. There is no mention of rain in Saturday's forecast, with lows tomorrow night down around 67. Now, Sunday is when things change a bit. High temperatures around 82, but it's the rain that's going to be the big one. Looks like they're saying 99% chance that we'll see some rain on Sunday. So on the weekend, you got a pretty nice sunny day Saturday and a rainy day on Sunday. Then Monday, things go back to sunny again. However, temperatures should drop a little bit down to 70 degrees. We're not complaining, though. The rest of the country looks like they're going through some really interesting weather. We have it pretty good, to be honest with you, and I've got something else to tell you about that just might make your weekend a little bit better. On Sunday, the 15th, the traditional tax deadline day, although this year the deadline is not till the 17th, but this year you can shop in Sears with extended hours online, and you can save some money. And I want to kind of go through this real slowly so that you get the gist of what they are offering. For one day only, this is the Sears here in the Paddock Mall. One day only, there's a 10% off sale, and this is 10% off everything in the store, whether it's on sale already or not. So if let's say they reduce the price by whatever, 10%, then you get another 10%. So that's a pretty good deal. It's all day Sunday, everything in the store. One day only, just this Sunday. So try to make a point to come down to the Paddock Mall, go to Sears, and take advantage of that pretty cool sale. And then for 2 weeks, actually this started on the 8th, and it'll run through the 21st. The Kenmore and Kenmore Elite line, Sears is offering a 15% off sale for all of those products, regular and sale prices again. So once again, 15% off whether it's on sale or not, meaning you get extra savings just by going in on Sunday. The Kenmore Elite Washer Dryer that I wanted to spotlight during this little announcement is on sale for 43% off. That's pretty good, 43% off. The price for these washer and the washer and dryer, $984.99. $984.99 for a washer and dryer that cost $1,158 before the tax break. So before the tax break, before the sale on tax day. That's what I meant to say. All right. Also, a Craftsman lawnmower will be on sale for $339.99. This is a high-end Craftsman lawnmower. It's 21-inch blade, 159cc front-wheel drive with auto choke. Regularly, this lawnmower sells for $429.99 on Sunday at Sears here at the Paddock Mall. This Craftsman lawnmower, $339. And then tops and shorts in the clothing section. Tops and shorts for the family starting at $4.07. $4.07 is the beginning price for clothing over at Sears this coming Sunday. So put it on the calendar. Make sure you stop in to the Paddock Mall on Sunday. Go to Sears and take advantage of some of these savings. Plus, members will earn a 10% cash back in points. The offer is valid on Sunday in the store. So that's what you need to remember. Sunday, Sears, and some savings. Sunday, Sears savings, the three S's. All right, we'll return to Glenn Beck. This is The Source, WOCA.
If you're looking for the better bargains on the best selection for your yard or garden this spring, that means it's time to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Right now, for example, Bob has a new selection of his famous sun and shade-loving camellias. Several of your favorite varieties, normally selling for $24.99. They're yours for about half price, $12.99. Start those crepe myrtles now, and you can do just that for as little as $2.99 this week at Bob Wine's. Check inside their completely redone greenhouse for decor galore, including those popular wind chimes. Most all the decor items are 10% to 20% off. All indoor foliage also 10% off. Don't wait. Get on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens for the best of spring values. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, Southeast 38th Street, in the same blooming place since 1952.
truth. Glenn Beck.
So imagine being the family of Mary Jo Kopechne. So many people in America don't even know that name now, shockingly, because it had been buried for a very long time because of a very powerful family. But Mary Jo Kopechne, 28-year-old campaign worker, speechwriter for Bobby Kennedy. She was the one that died at Chappaquiddick. If you don't know the story of Chappaquiddick, there's a new movie out that you need to see. But the story is shockingly told for, I think, the first time. And it's told in a very fair, I think, and charitable way. But you see this woman clinging to life, trapped in a car that has been driven off a bridge by Ted Kennedy, where she survives for 3 hours gasping for air. She's been relegated to footnote status. What's really sad is Mary Jo Kopechne isn't a person. She's a thing that happened to Ted Kennedy, that happened to him or happened in his life. She's a person. And the family is speaking out now. I believe this is their first national interview to talk about Chappaquiddick and Mary Jo Kopechne.
With us is Georgetta Nelson Petoskey. She's Mary Jo Kopechne's first cousin. And Bill Nelson, who's Mary Jo Kopechne's first cousin's son. They are the co-authors of the book Our Mary Jo.
Georgetta, Bill, how are you?
Wow.
I'm well. How are you, Mr. Beck?
This is really a pleasure. I've been a fan for a long time, Glenn. It's a wonderful experience to talk with you.
Wow. Thank you very much. It's weird for me to talk to you guys because you're such a part of history. You were there, and nobody sees Mary Jo as Mary Jo. She's an event.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's kind of a footnote in history. She was just the girl who died in the car, and broke our hearts to lose her. It was really sad and hard to deal with. Is my son on? Are you on, Bill?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here, Mom. How are you?
You may not be able to hear him. Bill, do you remember any of this incident?
I was born in 1972, so I didn't have the pleasure of meeting Aunt Mary Jo. No.
Okay. And go ahead.
But over the time and growing up with my mother, of course, and knowing about Chappaquiddick, I went and searched for information all the time, and I could never find anything about Mary Jo. And that's really why we started to dig through all of the pictures and the letters and the stories and the memories from her friends. And we wanted to put together a book for the family. So that's how it all got started, because I didn't know who Mary Jo was, as did the rest of the world. No one really knew who this woman was, except that she was a boiler room girl.
I have to tell you, I would love to have you guys in studio, and Georgetta, bring the pictures, and really, I'd really love to tell her story, because I think this is fascinating. My daughter sat with me. She's 30 years old, and my two nieces and nephews, and we watched Chappaquiddick, and I watched almost in horror that they knew nothing about it. They knew nothing about her. They had never heard. After the car went over, my daughter looked at me and said, "Please tell me he wasn't a senator after this." And I said, "Oh no, honey, watch." How bizarre is this for something so huge to be buried for so long, and then now there's a major motion picture out about it?
Well, I'm very happy with the picture, and we were privileged to have a private screening, and we had our family and closest friends there. And my young niece cried Go ahead, Bill.
At the end of it, it was. We had about 40 people, friends and family, and they reacted in horror after the movie was over. Because you're right, Glenn. They don't know. The new generation coming up don't know, and I'm shocked that it took almost 40 years or almost 50 years to make a movie about this story. And I think it was suppressed so many times over the years and not allowed to be made, I'm very proud of the courage that the filmmakers and the producers have in making this film. And like you said, they did it in a very fair and balanced way because they used the inquest testimony from what everybody on that island that night said happened.
Yeah.
So you can't really dispute it. If that's the official record of what they said happened, you can't have faults with it then and say, well, we don't know the truth. Well, neither do we. So, imagine how frustrating that is for her parents, Gwen and Joe.
Georgetta, when in the movie, we see Mary Jo's parents, your parents.
Our mothers were sisters, so that was my Aunt Gwen.
Okay, so your aunt and your uncle sitting there. Did they find it strange that Ted Kennedy sent somebody there and was, screening everything and kind of taking control of their situation, or did they find that a comfort at the time?
Well, at the very beginning, Gwen said she thought that they were sent to help them. But then they soon realized that they were screening everyone who was calling the house or coming to the house. And there were close friends of Gwen and Joe's that they would have liked to have seen because they could have given them real comfort. Our family was kind of scattered. I was living with my family in Rhode Island, and the bulk of our family is in Pennsylvania. Gwen and Joe were in New Jersey, so it took a few days to get everyone together so that we could comfort them. But she thought at first they were helping, and then later thought, maybe not. Maybe they were just screening who was going to say, well, ask him this or ask him that. But Gwen and Joe were destroyed. They were absolutely destroyed when their only daughter died. Uncle Joe said they wanted more children, but he said, if we could only have one, God send us the best.
She seemed remarkable. I loved the way they portrayed her in this. They didn't get into anything salacious like an affair.
No.
I had always heard that they were having an affair. Were they or not?
No.
Okay.
She didn't particularly like Ted.
I don't think anybody really did.
She didn't. Well, they were all very young. He was in his 30s. She was 28. But she idealized Bobby, and that was the only thing that brought her out of the South. She was down south during the civil rights days, and we were very worried about her teaching school in Alabama. But when she had the opportunity to work in Washington with the people who were making the rules, making the laws, and making things better for everyone and equal rights, she came right up to Washington.
Yeah, she was a speechwriter for Bobby, right?
She helped him write his speech announcing he was going to run for president. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she was smart. Yeah. She was one of the older boiler room girls, too, though.
Can you explain what a boiler room girl is?
They were a group of women, all very intelligent, all very well educated, all committed to helping Bobby with the campaign and all the good works that he was doing. And they happened to work in this one room. I think it was windowless, but it was not. It wasn't in the basement with the boilers. No.
So can you guys tell me? Because the one thing we all walked out of this movie saying is, how did she not get out and he did? Is there any?
Oh my God!
Are there any thoughts on this?
I wish I knew that. Mary Jo was a wonderful swimmer. And if she had, her face couldn't have been more than a foot from air, even though she was inside the car trying to breathe the air that was in there. Why didn't she get out?
If you want my opinion.
Go ahead, Bill.
If you want my opinion on it, when they did the inquest, there was blood that went down the back of her blouse, probably to the small of her back. They dismissed it as some sort of nonsense as foam from her mouth. But I always wondered that. Why didn't she get out of the car? And I personally think that she was injured inside that car, and she may not have been all the way conscious either. I think instinctually, when John Farrar pulled her out of the car, instinctually she had found an air pocket up by what would be the foot hole, because the car was upside down, so it would be where you would put your feet. That's a question that's puzzled us for years, and we don't we don't have a lot of answers about Chappaquiddick, but what we've done is we'll give you who Mary Jo was. So we can tell you what probably didn't happen. For instance, this rumor about her being in an affair with Ted Kennedy. There's a good chance that that never happened because of who Mary Jo was and her upbringing and her Catholic and her values and things like that. So when you find out what didn't happen, it kind of leads you down the path of what possibly could happen. And I wish more people would do that were there or that know things. I wish more people would come forward with whatever little pieces of information that they may have, and that at least we know are fact. And then you can work backwards.
You think there is more information, more people that could come forward and tell?
I sure do. Because there were more than Ted Kennedy on that island that night. There was multiple people. There's probably 8 or 9 or 10 more people that are alive today that at least know a little piece of the puzzle. And if you can take that little piece of the puzzle and you can deduce what didn't happen, then you can work backwards and probably come up with a good theory. I could tell you what didn't happen, and that's whatever they said at the inquest, because it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. So it's logically not possible.
What do you mean? What didn't make sense?
Him diving in the water and swimming across the channel. There have been multiple reports that that's impossible. The side of the car on the passenger side is absolutely crushed from the front fender to the back fender. Well, water doesn't do that. So going off a bridge and hitting the water does not crush an Oldsmobile. An Oldsmobile 88, they're made of steel, I believe. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't know or that has been left out of the big picture.
What do you think that means? What speculation?
Well, there's a lot of different theories out there. There was a theory that there was an accident before the bridge and that Mary Jo was hurt, which would also go towards the blood on her blouse and her maybe being disorientated too. There was a theory that he was never in the car when it went off the bridge. There was a theory that there were other people in the car besides Ted Kennedy. There was a couple other, maybe a woman or a man, so there's a lot of different theories that kind of make more sense than the official version of what happened.
Yeah, that makes, if there was an accident, she was hurt, and even if there weren't other people, for him to then push it off of a bridge probably would make a little more sense, because it doesn't. Go ahead.
I think the saddest thing for Gwen and Joe was that no one has ever come to them and said, I saw Mary Jo on the island. She was happy. She was looking forward to a new job. These girls all came together because they had scattered, and this was their last chance to see each other. Bobby had died. A few of them, including Mary Jo, had been chosen to clean up the office and things to the museums and things homes and things to the office. It was a very tragic task for them because they had loved the senator. And so this was a chance for them to be together. But no one has ever come to Gwen and Joe and said, I saw Mary Jo. She was happy. We were looking forward to this or that. And so they've never had the last few hours of their daughter's life. And I think that's a terrible tragedy.
So wait, none of the Boiler Girls ever got together with the family and...
No, they were at her funeral, but Gwen and Joe were so sedated, to tell you the truth, that and none of them were ever introduced to any of us, so we never got a chance to talk to them either. And after it, when it was calmed down, and they thought that, now the senator will come forward and talk to them, he did call them, asked them to come to Hyannisport, and they thought, now we'll find out what happened that night. But when they got there, they walked into a cocktail party. He came over and said hello and disappeared. And so they turned around and went home and more or less hibernated the rest of their lives. But he never, as far as I know, never even said, I'm sorry.
Touching on that, not only did Gwen and Joe lose their only daughter in a highly publicized accident, car wreck, whatever you want to call it, but then they didn't get their daughter's last lives. Then they were abandoned by everybody that was there. And then on top of all of that, you got to remember that they got all these nasty letters from the public accusing them of hiding things or not getting an autopsy because they wanted to know if she was pregnant or some nonsense. And every anniversary, they go out to the mailbox and they have these nasty letters for pretty much the rest of their life.
Oh my
I can't imagine what they went through.
Okay,
and we have those letters.
Can you hang on? Can you hang on just a second? Because I want to continue our conversation with the family of Mary Jo Kopechne. Wow. That's a movie in and of itself. All right, I want to tell you about FilterBuy, great sponsor of ours. They make a really good product, but they also employ a lot of people. Apparently, U.S. companies lose $250 million a year due to employees with allergies and the suffering that goes on because we just don't clean our air filters. Something as simple as changing the air filters can make a world of difference in a workplace satisfaction, productivity, and your home. Now, it'll make a difference to you if you just change the filters. I want to talk to you about FilterBuy because FilterBuy is America's leading provider of HVAC filters for homes and small businesses. They make it really easy for you to improve the quality of the air that you breathe. And they save you a ton of money because it reduces the wear and tear on your HVAC system. All of the air filters that are made by FilterBuy are made here in America. They employ Americans, and they have fought to keep honestly, the guy who runs it now was a Wall Street guy. He found out that his grandfather's business that he had built back in the 50s that didn't make filters, made something else, was being sold and dismantled, and all these people were going to lose their jobs. He quit his job, and he started FilterBuy in that same town, in that same factory, just to keep his grandfather's dream alive, which I just think is so great. Now they make great filters, all here in America. FilterBuy.com. FilterBuy.com. Go there now. Get your filters, get your air clean in your home and in your business at FilterBuy.com.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
Falling into bed takes on a whole new meaning when you sleep on a Casper mattress. Their engineers have outdone themselves in creating 3 unique mattresses that'll help you sleep cool and comfortable year-round. Plus, all Casper mattresses are designed to provide the perfect support for every position you sleep in. Try your Casper for 100 nights in your own home with free shipping and free returns. Go to Casper.com, use the promo code BECK, save $50 on the purchase of select mattresses. Casper.com, promo code BECK. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Is Barack Obama out to stop President Trump? Now, Jerome Corsi's new bestseller, Killing the Deep State, reveals how Obama and his allies are fighting a secret war against President Trump. Killing the Deep State reveals the shocking insider plan to end the Trump presidency. Newsmax says Killing the Deep State is the political book of the year. It's already a #1 bestseller. At bookstores everywhere, or get the free offer and save almost $30. Go online to KillingTheDeepState.com. KillingTheDeepState.com.
It's time to rethink what you know about clean American propane and what it can do for your operation. Want efficient, reliable power independent of the grid? Propane can do that. Power for EPA-compliant engines without all the extra fluids and filters? Propane can do that. Eliminate fuel theft, lower hourly fuel costs, reduce downtime. Propane can do all of that. Discover all the things propane can do on your farm at propanecandothat.com.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I'd build secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I'd do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Is that couch cushion sinking lower every time you sit in it? Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Glenn Beck.
Family of Mary Jo Kopechne is on with us. Bill, we lost your mom, but I want to ask you could we fly you in and bring the letters and the whole story and any speeches that she wrote? I would love to have you guys come in and share that history.
Absolutely. We would love to. That'd be an honor. I'm sure my mom would be very happy about that also. I got to warn you though, she's the busiest retired woman I know. So we have to. Yeah, absolutely.
So let me just spend the last couple of minutes here asking about your what would be aunt and uncle or great aunt and uncle? Mary Jo's.
Mary Jo would be my aunt. So,
okay,
yeah,
so your great aunt and uncle, right?
Yeah.
Lived this life of being so proud of their daughter, and then their daughter becoming this villain to some and an event to others. What was their life like?
We visited Gwen and Joe very often. We would go up and we would visit them. And looking back now, I was younger then. I was in my teenage years when we would visit them, early 20s. But looking back now through different eyes, I saw, especially Uncle Joe, he was pleasant, but he was hollow. I caught him one day looking out the window, and I wrote about this in the book. And I didn't realize till years later that he just seemed like he was waiting for somebody, and he was waiting for somebody to come home. And you can tell that he was off in a faraway place. And I'm sure he was thinking about Mary Jo at that time. Mary Jo didn't deserve to go down in history the way that she did. And that's why we started her scholarship at Misericordia University, and why we wrote her book, to set the record straight so that she and her life have an opportunity to do good, and through her scholarship to do good for education and for people who are, furthering their education. And it's been very well received. It's been humbling to us that it's been so well received by everyone. And it's really gratifying.
The name of the book is Our Mary Jo. It's available everywhere. And I haven't read it yet, but I hope that it picks the story up before and after the movie Chappaquiddick.
Yeah. It starts from actually her heritage and where she came from. It continues up past her death into Gwen and Joe's life without her. It's a comprehensive look, and what we did is we took all the letters that we had received from people around the world, well, Gwen and Joe had received, and we had actually inherited them, and we put them in the book to tell Mary Jo's story through the eyes of other people, through her friends, her co-workers. Now she was great, but not because we say so, but because everyone who knew her said so. So all the people surrounding her had an opportunity to go on and be lawyers and be publicists and have very successful lives. So we would only assume Mary Jo would also have done that too. So this gives her a second chance.
The name of the book is Our Mary Jo. It is Mary Jo Kopechne's story. The name of the movie is Chappaquiddick. You need to see it. It's unbelievable. Thank you so much, Bill.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump has pardoned Scooter Libby. He was Vice President Cheney's chief of staff, convicted in 2007 of lying to the FBI and obstruction of justice. He was caught up in the investigation into who leaked the name of CIA operative Valerie Plame. President George W. Bush commuted Libby's 30-month prison sentence, but he never issued a pardon. The fired FBI Director James Comey has unflattering things to say about President Trump in his new book, and the president's firing back on Twitter, calling Comey an untruthful slimeball.
Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, also criticizing Comey.
He sounds like a disgruntled ex-employee who, after the fact, wants to clear his conscience of what bothered him at the time. If you're that bothered, quit.
Comey, in his forthcoming book, writes that the president is unethical and untethered to truth and institutional values.
Fox's John Decker at the White House. Fox News. We report, you decide.
All right, good afternoon, 2:30, and it's 81 degrees here at the studios of The Source, WOCA. We are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall. Just a quick look at some of the things happening in town. First, the weather. 83 is the expected high, so we're about there. Partly cloudy skies the rest of the day. 62 degrees tonight, and tomorrow it looks almost the same as today. Sunday is the day when things change, though. There's a good chance of rain, about a 99. They just don't want to say 100, right, Robin? 99% chance we'll see rain on Sunday. Then Monday, back to sunny skies. So find something good to do during the weekend and maybe plan for that rainy day thing for Sunday. Hey, you know what you could do? You could come here to the Paddock Mall on Sunday over at Sears. They're having a very special tax day event. It's one day only. It's Sunday, April 15th. Now, don't panic. If you didn't pay your taxes, you got till the 17th. That's the government's thing. But as far as Sears is concerned, they've got a sale going on Sunday here at the Paddock Mall. It's all day, everything in the store. One day only, 10% off all items, whether it's regularly priced or if it's a sales price. If you say a sales price on, they just take 10% off, and that's going to be what you're going to walk out of the store with that item. That's this Sunday only. Now, for a little while longer, until April 21st, Kenmore and Kenmore Elite appliances are an extra 15% off. So make sure you check out some of those things, especially if you're in the market for a washer and a dryer. Speaking of washers and dryers, there is one pair of washer and dryer for sale for $984.99 each. That's 43% savings. Again, this is at Sears here at the Paddock Mall all day Sunday. If you're in the market for a lawnmower, Craftsman is selling a lawnmower over at Sears. This is a $90 savings. It's a 21-inch blade, 159cc front-wheel drive with auto choke. Regularly, this lawnmower sells for $429.99. They've got it on sale this Sunday for $339.99. So put Sears on your list of places to go for Sunday. And I'm not done. For $4.07, you can get tops and shorts for the family. Over at Sears, $4.07. You're not going to beat that deal for the clothing. So whether it's an appliance or clothing, be sure to put on your calendar that you're going to head over to Sears on Sunday here at the Paddock Mall. We'll take a little break, and Glenn Beck coming back in just a bit. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Hooray for all the moms in our lives.
Right from the start, she was the one who nurtured you and supported you in every pursuit.
This year, you are going to cater to her.
Call Honey Baked Ham at 352-861-0011 and order all her favorites.
If it's just the two of you or the whole family, this is her day.
And Honey Baked Ham makes it easy for you to pamper mom.
Now call 352-861-0011.
Or stop by 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy. Embark on a magical night at the Appleton Museum of Art on Saturday, April 14th from 6 till 9 p.m. Follow your book of enchantment around the museum for unicorn carriage rides, magic shows, mermaids, artwork that comes to life, and more. Make mythical art in the art space and enjoy refreshments. Family ticket packages start at $35 for museum members and $50 for non-members. Individual tickets also are available. For details and to purchase tickets, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
listening to the Glenn Beck Program.
Welcome to the program to Pat Gray. Hello, Pat.
Hello, Glenn.
Did you just hear Mary Jo Kopechne's family on with us?
I did, yeah.
Unbelievable, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty compelling.
Let me ask you this: who is alive in history that we should be talking to? Who's alive that witnessed something like? So I would have never thought that we could just reach out to Mary Jo Kopechne's family. I don't know why. It just didn't even occur to me.
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Rose was she died, I think, in 2010. We should have talked to her before she died. Who's out there that's a witness to history? And I'd love to hear from you. Just tweet me at Glenn Beck. I'd like to hear who's a witness of history that we should go look for and talk to.
That'd be great. It's just to hear what it was like for them to go through that as a family member because you hear about is the Ted Kennedy side, which is really important. I mean, the Chappaquiddick movie really deals mainly with Ted Kennedy's side of it, and it's really important to know.
But I don't know about you, but when I saw it, you guys both saw the movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I immediately thought, how did the family feel? How dirty did that feel? How awful?
I think at first they were real supportive of him.
Yeah.
But as time went on, they realized, the guy left her to die.
Well, there was a scene in the movie I wanted to ask her about. We didn't get time, but she was friends with the Boiler Room Girls, right? Like this group of advisors and speechwriters and stuff, young girls that were around in the Kennedy circles. They were meeting up at this house, and after this happens, they come back and in the next morning and say, "Hey, look, some crazy crap went down. Ted's at the police station." And one of the Boiler Room Girls, the friend of Mary Jo's in the movie at least, it comes up and says, "What can we do to protect Ted?" Like that was their reaction. Like this is the person died. Your friend died. What can we do to protect Ted?
Yeah, if she really said that, that's pretty despicable.
It may have been a composite reaction, but I think it seemed, if my memory serves, that was the way they reacted generally.
Knowing that none of the Boiler Girls ever reached out to her family is weird.
It's weird.
I'm smelling food.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
So this is, what is this?
Taste Test Day.
This is